All right, good night, everyone. How you guys doing tonight? Welcome to Caribbean Culture and Lifestyle. How you doing? All right, this is Island Live on a Friday night. What's going on, guys? What's going on? All right, we usually start 9 o'clock, but tonight the internet was giving a little problem, so I had us to. So I'm sorry for the delay, but I'm still here and the show's gonna go on regardless. All right. So thank you guys again for always coming out. Thanks for all the support. All right. Remember, guys, on this platform, yes, Fifi Johnny, technical difficulties tonight. I don't know what was going on, but I finally get on. So I'm gonna try push through. Yes. Thank you for coming through again. Yes. You know, uh, all right. On this platform, on this show, what we do, we talk about different islands. And we're trying to get people to come up every week and talk about their island. So anyone interested in coming up and talk about the culture and their lifestyle, how they grow up, they can always email me and we can make that arrangement, because all this is about, it's about the Caribbean culture and lifestyle. We're trying to highlight different islands that's not been mentioned at all, even though they are beautiful. Oh man. Hey Fifi Johnny, hey boy Blue, what's going on? Hey Clifty, what's going on? Thank you for coming through. Thank you guys for coming through. Guys, what happened? The internet is still bad? If the internet is still bad, please let me know. Oh man, what's going on tonight? What's going on? Okay, is we can see and hear you well. All right, beautiful. So that's wonderful. All right, so as usual, every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we come up and we have a conversation about different islands. And we talk, sometimes we come up and we talk about what we used to do in the days gone by. So, yes, very interesting time. We do have some beautiful time where we laugh and remember the time. So, anyone who interested in sharing the culture of their island, you can always email me and we can always have this conversation. You can come up and you can share whatever. No pressure. We're not asking you no question. You will just be sharing whatever you're comfortable sharing. Okay? Yes, so tonight, listen me. Listen me. I've been learning so much of things that's going on lately. Not lately, I mean, we hear about them, but you know, now it start to get revealed, like where, you know, people like this searching for this information. And what we realize, we now learning about the Garifuna people, which the Garifuna people, I mean, is like they're struggling. They're fighting to keep their identity because, oh man, it's so much. It's so much to talk about when come on these people and what they go through and still going through. Fighting. You know, I was looking at a video and the guy was saying that so much culture, so much different culture come and take away the people from the culture. They're trying to teach them the language, the culture, but no, they're looking at other country and other island and adapt their culture. So now it's become such a huge battle to maintain this thing. So they feel like, my goodness, they're naturally losing the battle they're trying to fight. Because, you know, the younger generation is more cling to different culture and not their culture. So it's a battle, and it's really, I mean, it ain't easy that you got to fight like that for keep your identity. I mean, come on. Every person keep their identity, keep their culture. But some just got to fight to keep it, and they don't care how they fight, they're losing it. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. It's incredible how native people have to fight to stay in existence everywhere. Why? I mean, why it's got to be like that? I mean, you meet the original. I mean, I'm sure you could go and live, but why they got to have to fight and battle with other people? Why? I mean, this is a big world, land everywhere. Why? But that's how it is. And right now, they're actually fighting to keep their existence, because, and it's difficult. It's so difficult for them. Why it's so difficult? Because the everything is on the internet now. Everything is on the internet, and this is all different culture, and they're not interested in their own culture. They want to adapt other culture, and it's just crazy. It's in, okay. It's like that because the mass want to suppress that. Well, you said it right. You said it right. Because so much thing that being hidden. So much thing that being hidden. So, and the truth is within the people. So if for real, if you ain't suppress them, then the truth gonna reveal. Because when now we notice a lot of things, we learn, these people understand a lot more. So, you know what I mean? Because their history according to their history, it seems like their history begin from a ship turnover. And when the ship turn over, they swim go there and swim go there, and that's their history. But when you dig a little deeper, you get into understand, no, this is actually more than what we've been heard. So yes, the suppression will go on because of the truth. Okay. Guys, I'm going to drop the link. If you feel like coming up, you can always come up, all right? Yes, so much. And you know, it's been revealing a long time ago now. It been revealing a long time ago, but the problem is people never really try to, the people more cling on to what been presented to them. And listen me, where they put these, where I know they put them people by the self. So they wasn't able, they wasn't mingling. You know why? Because they know too much. They know too much. So it wasn't easy for them to allow them to mingle with others and even teach their language to others. So they suppress them in an area. they always push them in an area that they cannot correspond with the people. Why? Because too much truth will be revealed. And it's just crazy and it's sad. 1 second, guys. They're sorry, guys. Yes, so because of that, yes, they insulate them and that's it. That's it. That's it. So the information would not get out there. And even today, I mean, they've been doing this thing for years, man. Even the people of the like the government for the islands suppress them from the truth. And I don't know why you should have two language in a country and keep one away from the school. I think anyone in a country with two islands should definitely have learned the language that's available. So, now you look in the back, you realizing a lot of things, man, a lot of things. Why? And now you seeing why certain thing had was to play it off this way. Because if you don't do it, too much gonna be revealed. I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much about the history of the island, and I'm realizing, because like we all read, right? In every island, maybe every part of the world, you could see. Who discovered it? Was Christopher Columbus discover basically all the island. But as far as what they're saying, when he went to this place, there was people living there. So if people actually live in there, that means you can't discover something that people was living. So that indicate that it ain't adding up. It ain't adding up. Definitely, Fifi. It not adding up, because all these places they claim this guy went, people was already there. So if people was already there, that mean he cannot discover it. And it been revealing that it wasn't so, because I know some islands that used to have a holiday, and they used to call the holiday the discovery of Christopher Columbus. And now they take back that holiday, like the island of St. Vincent. The island of St. Vincent take back that holiday from Christopher Columbus and basically give it to now the hero that fight, where they call him Chartier. And I'm just quoting. This is, I don't know this information. I'm just quoting. But for what I understand, Christopher Columbus, not Christopher, Chartier from St. Vincent, they changed it from Christopher Columbus to Chartier. So I'm quoting here. Christopher Chartier and one of the guy was fighting. They was actually fighting. And, you know, Christopher Columbus was winning. Now Christopher Chartier was winning, and then you know how that they're not gonna allow that. That's I'm quoting. I wasn't there. I don't know, but it seems like we get a lot of the story the wrong way. It wasn't correct. Wrong history. They wanted to steal the land and get right. Exactly. Right. So in order to do that, you got to suppress them and push them in areas that no one know them and they cannot correspond. I'm not sure for in other islands, but what I've learned in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they push these people in an area. They call it Sandy Bay. Sandy Bay. And they had also basically do everything there. Then you have the big Soufrière, not too far from them. If the Soufrière erupt and blow ashes, the ashes hitting them. So the last eruption, I think they was asking for a different area that they could. So I don't know how that went down, so I can't say anything towards that. But these people were struggling for and you know, and there was like you know, they have them the way they like poor people. You know what I'm saying? Struggling to survive. Why? When there was so much land everywhere that these people can live, and you know, they walk the land, they know about the land. That's what they do. They walk the land. So that's how they were surviving. So with all this land, why? And I'm still quoting, but the history, what I'm hearing, I'm quoting because I don't know. I wasn't there. As far as for what I'm learning that the Garifuna people, they take them, you know, they take them from, some of them from the island and put them in an area. And so much of them has passed away. And then they take them to places like Honduras, Belize. So these people have roots, you know, roots in different islands. So these islands look back to the island of St. Vincent as their motherland, because that's where they come from. It's so much. It's so much. We had two live last week and the week before. If anyone interested, they should go back and check back them live, because we show some videos of Grenada and St. Vincent, and where they break it down. They break it down really good. But we still have to do our own little research and find out certain things still. You know what I'm saying? We still got to do, we're gonna hear, but we still got to do our own research, and we will find, you could find more than what you know. They spread them out on different islands too. Yes, to separate them. That's it. Because togetherness is strength. Separation is weakness. So the culture of the island that we grew up learning in school, it's a whole different ball game. As far now the people them is talking out, now they're speaking out. Now it's like the urge is coming into them now that they want to go back to the land they come from. They want to go back because the connection is like pulling them. They want to go back to where they come from. So the connection is what they're looking for. And I'm just hope that they can find what they're looking for, that connection. Okay? Because, oh man, it ain't easy. So many history in almost every island is almost the same history. It's almost the same history. Christopher Columbus discovered it, and how you get there is basically the same thing. I'm just quoting, I don't know, but what I hear someone say, I'm quoting, I don't know, that these people was already there. If there's a ship that turn over and the people swimming, that's cool. But they was already there. If that happened, what they're saying, these people was already there. These people was voyagers. These people used to move, just take up the boat and the family and just travel, and food and all this kind of stuff, and just travel. And wherever they end up and feel they could settle, they settle. So they're saying if there's a boat turnover, but there was people actually there living at the same time. And for what I'm learning as well, they was there getting along pretty well with the Arawaks, with the other people. They was getting along pretty well. It wasn't no fighting and all this thing. They was actually getting along. Some people are just finding out the truth and want to go back to their roots. Yes, that's true. That is true, because when you really look at it and know you're hearing the history, yes, you might want to go back. Yes. Exactly. I don't believe that ship story, because that ship toured over a very long time after the. Yes, that's why they said if it do happen, that was after the people was there. You know what I mean? They are, that's it. That's it right there. That's it right there. All right. All right. You remember the guy that sing a song about him? So this history, people know this thing a long time ago, because there's always somebody who passed. This is why information is good to pass down. Because if information passed down, it could go to other generation. So there's people who gained that information and was passing it down. It wasn't widely spread, but it was always passing down. This is why today people could actually say, talk about certain things, because it was passed down. Information is really good to pass down. Because if you don't pass it down, look at what's going on today. Even the information was stifled, right? It was stifled. it was still able to slip through. And certain people still was able to say certain things. You see? So it's man. It ain't easy. It's very I can imagine. I can imagine. Now in Belize, these people is in Belize, in Honduras, and in, oh gosh, with this place name again, in South America. That's where they are. A lot of them is there, but where they at is like in a corner. Yes, Guatemala. Yes. But where they are, they like they in a corner. Actually, in a corner, fighting to keep their existence alive and their culture alive. How sad. How sad. It is something, but we're going to always try to highlight. I'm just hoping that other people from other islands could come and join us and let's have this conversation, because this is a serious conversation. And for what we know, we understand that a lot of things that was taught, it ain't so. So if people come from and from different islands and then we could because the information is there. It is there. It is there. Believe it or not, it's there. Somebody passed on these information, and this information is out there. They're on a remote island in Guatemala, which can only be accessed by boat. Until this day. So badly want to depress and keep the culture down. And to today. And all the people them want to do is live and survive and live. That's all they want. They just want to live. That's all. And who don't want to live? All you had was to do, give them a nice piece of land. And believe me, they would have feed their own self. They would have, if you're at least giving them an area for live, make sure it's suitable. And believe it or not, they would have turned that into something, because they know how to live off the land. Living off the land is like nothing to them. They're used to that. That's their culture. But take away everything, that's kind of disturbing, for real. And to this day, why? Because of the internet, a lot has revealed, and ain't nothing to hide anymore. Because if there's a person 10,000 miles away from you, all he got to do with the information he have is do a video and post it on YouTube or wherever. And just like that, that information could reach anybody. But say that's the case. Say that's the case. Why today, in today's world, today, they're still going through that? No matter how they try, they can't get rid of the people. Survival is the if they could have listen to me, it's one thing with them people, as far as you see. Don't care what condition you put them to live into. That's one thing. Don't care what condition you put we to live into. We're gonna survive. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it work. And that's you understand it's hard. Don't care what condition, you're gonna make it work. That's right, they would have done well living off the land. Believe it or not. Yeah. Yes, they would have done well. Just give them a piece of land. If you feel you know just give them some acres of good land that they can continue their culture. Let them live. But spreading them, weakening them. If they was together, they would have become a big nation by now. They would have become huge. So separating them make it even easier. Hey, life from scratch, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yes, we're doing a little recap of the last two live we did last week and the week before. Um, we did with Grenada, we did with St. Vincent. So just doing a little recap of actually what we learned within them time. So we're just doing a little recap about it. I don't know if you feel like coming up and say something, you could do that. That's if you feel like, no pressure. All right? Yes, so when you look at it, it could be very disturbing, but you know what I mean? It is what it is, and what's gonna happen going forward? Is that gonna continue or things gonna change? Because the way the wall is today, ain't nothing it hard for you to change anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like things has gone in a direction that it ain't much you could do but just live. You know what I mean? Try your best. How can you know what I mean? How you can survive? My allergies are going crazy. Don't want to scare. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Thank you for being here anyhow. Yeah. If for what is going on now and the way technology is, ain't much we can do, man. You know what I'm saying? So is that gonna go on even though it reveals it's still ain't nothing you could do? Even if it open up, it still ain't nothing you really could do. But at least the people could reconnect with the land that they come from. Man, this is really tough. This is deep. This is really deep. This is really deep. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Maybe I could pull something. Yes. Let me see. He said that people want to teach the language and are getting assistance. Okay. It's, it's sad that the people want to teach a language and are getting zero assistance. Yep. They that listen to me, they try to keep that down, but I'm just saying what I'm saying for where everything is now. Ain't nothing you could do. All the thing is they might is reconnecting with the people and try and maintain their existence. That's all. That's basically all they're trying to do. Saying back to the land. So I'm saying that where our strength lies. So it's always with us to just that's it. That's true. That's true. That's true. And lies. So it's always with us, just strength. Yep. 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 You know, man, I was talking to old guy to old guy. Real he about in his 80s study. He's not from the island, but the way he grew up is basically like the island with the same toilet outside and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, same kind of lifestyle. And he said some stuff to me today, and what I mean, he really make a lot of sense. He makes so much sense. You know what I mean? Like into the wall, people actually give up the things they know. And over the years, it's been just melting away over the years, and now it reached to a place where it's like gone. Everything in them times and how you live and how you go up, it ain't it ain't active no more. It's a whole different perspective now that you got to look to. The way of life, it ain't working anymore. It's something you got to adapt yourself to. Like you were saying, if you want food, you got to go walk your land. You got to walk your land, harvest your food, and eat your food. That's where he used to. Walk in his land, his parents, grandparents, that's what they know. Walk in the land, harvest your food, and eat your food. And but he say today now is going to the supermarket and buy. He said usually in them time people buy their food and cook their fresh food and this kind of stuff. Somebody come up with the idea of putting it in a can and sell it. Now people leave the land. They actually leave the land and turn to the canned food. And if we notice what's going on today, it's still happening today. Well, that's what's happening today. People turn away from the land. They take you away from the land. Because now they're presenting the food in can and all different type of thing for you. So now the land. So this is why people in this situation today. And when he tell me that today, I kind of understand. I already understand, but he made me understand deeper. Because what he was saying, this is what he know. His grandparents, this is what he know. Walk in the land and eat from the land. But over the years, it's been trickling down, where people not turn into the land anymore. They turn into the food in the can and other stuff. And this is where it's actually at today. This is why it's so difficult for really tell people about great food today, because that's not what some people are accustomed to. Some people are accustomed get up and go to the supermarket and get their food. You see what I'm saying? So that's something gotta be very difficult to actually. This is why it's so difficult. After he talked to me today, I realized why it's so difficult. Why people don't get the drive and the care to actually grow their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy to convince for them to just grab a card. Yes, they don't they don't want to walk the land. You know what I'm saying? Because it over the past years, it was so easy for just get up and just walk to the supermarket and buy what you want and walk back that people get so used to that. So they have time to walk the land no more. That's why it's so difficult today. Even you trying to encourage people, they're not used to it. They used to getting up, grab their bag, and go to the store and buy what they want. So it's it's a lot of distraction. And some what the problem is, what does happen? We just get used to the easy life. But you see what the easy life do to us? Hey, James Entertainment TV, what's up, man? How you doing? Thank you for being here. You see where the easy life have us study? Check and see where the easy life have us study. Where you could just turn your phone, you could make a call, you need to save, you need to remember phone number anymore. You want to go somewhere, you put in your GPS and you're gone. All right, brother, all right. And you're gone. So now all this freedom, easy access, it didn't come for free. You see, you got to give up something for that. And that something is all your privacy. Every privacy you have with all these access, you get so easy. Now your privacy gone. You see? Just like that, your privacy disappear. For the liquor, for access, easy access. But at the end of the day, when we was doing it in the all the time, you was okay, right? Even though it might be a little difficult of how you was doing it, but you was living. You were living. But we all need everything easy access. No, we get easy access, but now it come with a price. And the price is give up your whole privacy. You give up for that easy access. Yep. And the food, you was eating the food from your ground, from the soil, where you actually go out and grow your own food, harvest your own food, do what you got to do, you know what I mean, and you eat. At the end of the day, you know what you was eating. You know what you was putting around your plants. You know all these things. But you give that up for something you don't know how it go. You see what I'm saying? So over the years, we've been giving away our freedom piece by piece. Now we at least give away all of it. We give away all of it. So sometimes we need the easy access, which when you get used, you like it. I mean, easy access. You could pick up your phone, you could call somebody, and you could see them at the same time. You and them could have a conversation. You looking at them. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. Easy access, but it comes with a price. So that's what we're dealing with today. That's what we're dealing with today. And walking the land is one of the best thing you could ever do. And these people, if they was able, if they had the freedom, even though You ain't want them close to you. At least give them something that they could live comfortable and build a culture, do what they got to do, and live. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Destiny Osis, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yeah. So the culture is very important. Very important. And these people not trying to let it go. They taking it to their grave. You see what I'm saying? Well, some of them. But it's so difficult. It's so difficult because the younger generation, is what gonna end it. I'm telling you, because they more looking, like I was listening someone, and they were saying they more looking to the US culture and lifestyle, and to the like Jamaica, where they have the music. That's where they're looking. So they're actually walking away from the culture and the people who trying to teach them the culture and look to other culture. So it's gonna be a fight. I'm telling you, they'll have a fight to keep this culture going. If we had to give up technology for true freedom, who would do that? Well, listen me. I personally, I will do it, because believe it or not, I can survive without it. Yeah. Even though, we're using technology today, right? We're using it. Everybody using it. But what if something happened and crumble all of that? Then what people gonna do? I believe I will give it up, because that's a sort of freedom where you could actually grow your own food. You're free to do what you want. I will. I wish I did learn my native language, not French, but the original language. Right? I don't know why they wasn't given access to that. I don't know why. Atlanta, I will too. Yeah, man, that freedom. Listen me. I can to an extent. Okay. You can to an extent. You're not willing to give up that. A life from scratch. You ain't willing to give that up all the way. I understand. I mean, it's hard to give it up all the way. You know what and what the guy said to me today, that was very, and it's, sometimes, sometimes you think in a certain way, and then you run into some people. And I was just listening to him. I wasn't even saying nothing. I was just listening to, and you know what he tell me when he done? He said, "You must be saying like talk, right?" I said, "No, not at all." I say, if you was telling me negativity, yes, I want to say that. But all you was telling me is the same thing I just be thinking. You see? So he believed, to him, he believed, man, I was talking a lot. But what he was saying make a lot of sense. He was drawing a lot of reference to me. Like, for instance, he was saying, and you know what? Guys, I'm telling you, that's why I like to talk to old people with knowledge, with information. For us here, I'm going to share it here with you guys, what he tell me today. which make a lot of sense. He tell me today, he say, if you in the jungle, well, first he say, people really can live and survive. You could have a tap and you could build your own house, keeping the rain out. You know what I mean? Get your little wood right down in the bushes, get your little tap and, you know, set up yourself that you could live. People was doing it in times gone by. So you could do it today. And something he tell me today. He say, don't you know? You can pile up bushes. Like just get bushes, pile them up. Like say you in the jungle. And they get stuck in the jungle in the winter. And he say if you find it's too cold and it's freezing, always have a pile of bush together. Always have a pile of bush together. And when it get cold, you push yourself in them bush. Because inside there, it push a heat. And the guy, listen to me. When he tell me that, I say, my goodness. My goodness. And it's true. In the leaf, them does be warm. In between, in the leaf, when you really pile up leaf really high. That's why we use leaf for protect the roots of plant. You see? The guy say, you're in the jungle, it's freezing, you find you're gonna freeze to death. Just get these leaves, put them together, just make sure you pile up leaf. And go inside it because there's a warmness that's gonna help keep you a little warm. So that's something I learned. I never really look at it that way at that time, but it make a lot of sense. And because he tell me that's what they used to be doing. So this is something, guys. Them leaf do push a heat, especially if you have them in a big pile. I know it sounds crazy because you don't know what's in them leaf, but if you're freezing, I guarantee you, if you're freezing and you want some way to give you a little warm and keep you from freezing, and the leaf could help, yes, you will get up inside there. So that's something to think about. You're stuck in a situation, in an area, there's no way to go, you're stuck in, start piling up some leaf if you know it's getting cold, that you can push yourself up inside them and save your life. Yeah. And a tarp is very important as well. Because when we go back to the older people, right? Into the world, we're going to say, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. And I need a little cool breeze at time. Okay, all right, I hear that. But if you don't, but that's the thing. This is the thing. I understand what you're saying, right? But if it's not there, we could say, oh, I mean, we can't give it up to, we could give it up to our extent. But what if it's not there? What will you actually do? You see? What would you eat a time like that? Well, listen to me. In a time like that, if you're in the jungle, believe it or not, for what I've learned today, and what I've understand today, I will find something for eat up inside there. I don't know what's there. I don't know what will be there. But I will be finding something to eat. I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I will be able to eat, but I will be looking. I will be looking. You see? So, because when you look back, right? When you look back at the older people, they didn't have the luxury that we have today. You see? They didn't have the luxury, but guess what? They was surviving, right? They was living. They was actually living. So why today we feel that we can't live like that? Atlanta, I love that mentally. Yeah, man, I will believe it or not. I'll get stuff to. I will get stuff to eat. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna panic. I will be looking for stuff to eat. And it's crazy because even in the winter, even in the winter, you might be able to find as much, but you will be able to find stuff because there's stuff the root. There's a lot of things you could eat the root. You see? There's so much thing you could actually eat their root. So even though the plant might be there, dry down, you could actually listen me, believe it or not, I'll be busy as hell looking for food up inside there. Oh yeah. I will find stuff to eat. I'm telling you right now. I ain't dying for hungry. And all them trees did it. There gotta be something in there that you can eat. That we need to be able to identify why. Well, you know what? That's why. That's why. That's why. That's where the book, and Fifi does always talk about her books. Her books, because in case you don't have internet, you could still walk around and look at your books, and identify stuff. You see what I'm saying? So while edibles, we could definitely use our books, and believe it or not, sometimes these edibles, watch it like they're drawing you to them. It's like they're drawing you close to them. Like when you see them, it's like they're pulling your attention. Yeah, I'll be surviving. Yes, root bags and food. Yes, definitely. Definitely. You got to survive regardless. You can't sit down and die for hungry. You got to sit down and do whatever you got to do to survive. But when you look back at the older people, right? When you look back at the older people, they was doing it. They do what they got to do to keep them warm. They didn't have the fancy lifestyle like today. Have a furnace in your house. All you do, you put on a switch and it push heat all through your house. All you do, you put on a switch and it put coolness all through your house. They didn't have the luxury. But guess what? They were living. They were still living. So I'm sure that these people, if they did give them a piece of land, even though they mightn't want them close to them, if they did give them a land that they could have lived and really build their culture, but that was a risk to do that. I believe that was a risk because more information would have spread in a form like that, and more thing would have exposed. So I guess they couldn't allow that to happen. Hey, James Entertainment. Do you know much about the Garifuna people? If you're still here, do you know much about them? Oh, you know about them? Do you mind? I don't know. I don't know if you want to come up. I could drop the link. If that's if you want to, no pressure. But I can drop the link and maybe you could say if you won't feel like. Maybe you could share a little of what you know. It's up to you, okay? I'm gonna drop the link if you feel like. If you don't feel like, that's cool. Because I'm now learning. Most of us in here now learning about them. So if you feel like, that's if you feel like, no pressure. Because where these people at, I'm telling you, if you see where these people listen here, these people living.
Yes, I.
What's going on?
There, man. Living like a king.
I'm not hearing. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Living like a god that we all are because he live right inside of we. We have to take a temple of his. We have a nice herb tea going on here right now.
Okay, talk. Let me hear you.
Yeah, man, you know, just showing you a little bit of stuff I've been just going on with right now, just throwing some seeds, some squash. Just finished eating a squash there.
Hold on. I'm not hearing you at all.
No?
Give me a second. Give me a second, okay? Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I. You hear me now?
All right, let me hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Yeah, man, I was just showing you. I just finished eating a spaghetti squash.
All right.
Some seeds. I just finished eating a cantaloupe.
Okay.
Yeah, and I saved them seeds too.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't play around at all with them them seed savings.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, man. So with the Garafunas, I've learned in school in St. Vincent and the Grenadines about also the Arawaks, the Caribs. The special name was Joseph Chateauyer. And it was all a whole community of culture. And you know, I can't pinpoint exactly where it started, but all I know, these people existed and they are the reason we're here today. And I really appreciate, you know, when I see Joseph Chateauyer standing up on a mountain, I know he was a warrior because the way he stand up on it, where his hair was nappy and he had tall hair growing to the sun. and he looked energetic, and he looked like he defended the people, and I felt like I was one of them people who defend the people from harm and danger.
Right, right.
Yeah, man, eating up all them good fruits and coming strong and protecting the land. So yeah, when I went to school, they teach me about that stuff, and that's part of our history. And like the previous week we were here, I
Mm,
learned about the spices, the Spice Island, and all the people that was there are basically the same people in the Caribbean, but distributed to different locations.
yep,
So that's what I'm saying in my mind. In my mind, I know we are all one people, but they try to segregate us by giving it names and labels.
that's it. That's it.
Yes, but we know we are one people. When we see one another, we know I could go any Caribbean country and survive the same way.
It's the
And
same lifestyle. It's basically the same lifestyle.
yeah, and most of the cultures, like the food, we all have the same food, but we might call it a different name too.
That's true. That's true.
So I noticed some people have the same name, some people have a different name, some people have all two, three names. Dukuna, for instance.
Mm.
Whoever heard of Dukuna before?
Right, right. I don't know what other people call it,
In St.
but
Lucia, they call it Pimi. In Jamaica, they call it Blue Jazz.
oh wow.
Yeah, in Africa, they call it Jabwede.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So I was, because I love that food so much. I had to learn the names of the different countries, what they call it.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that was
I
one of my
got you.
favorite foods.
Because
Yeah.
I used to, I need it for a long time. But
Hmm.
I used to love that thing, I'm telling you.
It's filling and it's nutritious. It's like a boost
Yeah,
in one pack.
I
Yeah, man.
used to enjoy that for real.
Yeah. So if I could ask, what do you remember about the Garafunas and their culture?
Well, what I've learned, right? I've
Hmm.
learned like, but now, we start to realize it's different thing than where we learn because what I've learned about turnover
Mm-hmm.
and the people swimming to the island.
Ah,
You understand? No, I'm getting to understand the people was already there.
yes.
So if the boat, say for instance, a boat did turn over,
Mm-hmm.
the people was already there already. The same kind of people was already there.
Yes.
So basically, they meet them there
You meet
if
them
they
there.
do come off any boat anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So the way we hear stuff, now
Yeah.
we get to understand now it wasn't so.
It wasn't so. You see?
Right.
There's a story get bent up somewhere along the line.
Somewhere along the line. Because if you notice what's going on, where they put them people way out in fans in where they always push them and some place by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mix them with other people. It's always even in oh gosh, where this place in Guatemala.
Mm-hmm. Guatemala.
Yes, where they have them living, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's both you got to access them.
Oh,
You understand? So it's always in some place they live in. So it's something about these people, I believe, that they they didn't want to be revealed.
oh.
You know what I mean? The real truth of them and where they come from and who they are.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. So in school you learn one thing,
Yes.
but now you're hearing other things. So now it's you for really sit down and see what makes sense and what didn't make sense.
Exactly.
But
Um.
I'm sure we all learn the same thing about
Yeah.
who they are. You know what I'm saying? But is that really true?
Exactly. Especially when it's orchestrated, like a environment like school was given a curriculum, and then the curriculum was taught to the children.
And who gives them that? Who gives them that?
Exactly.
You
And
see
I
what
was
I'm saying?
wondering, I was wondering who in our culture was sitting down writing a curriculum about our culture.
Nobody. You was
Exactly.
allowed to do that.
We were just living it, you know?
Yes, yes, you was allowed to do it.
And I believe, like my friend I invited yesterday to yesterday's chat, Momo, I call her, but she had a different name.
Right.
She was telling me sometimes she feel when she's doing something, she feel like she's done this for years. When she just started something new and she knows exactly how to do it and she flows with it. She felt like she did it for many years before when she's just starting it. And a lot of different skills. Like for instance, I asked her what was one example. And she said making jewelry. She felt like she always used to make jewelry when she just started and feels like she already had the experience.
Oh wow.
Yes. And,
Wow.
and I told her mine's was like a universal one. Mine's was like what did I told her again? I was gonna say music because when I touch that keyboard, it's like I know. When I never went to school to learn music, it's like my hearing. I could hear all the things that's supposed to be in the sound and what the sound needs, every instrument, every spectrum of frequency, you know?
Right, right.
I thought it was food. I told her food. When it comes to her food, oh yes, planting. That's what I told her. Planting, chucking her hand in the ground. It's like when I started doing it with my grandmother, she didn't have to tell me nothing. Because I seen her, and when I put this, when I see the plant them, I see their root down inside the ground. And
Right.
if one of them fall along out the root come out the ground, all I know is to dig a hole, put it in there, and let rain come and wet it. I give it water myself and
Right.
listen to the rest.
Right. Right.
Once the garden come natural. And most people think because of all these new curriculums and things being taught, is that they can do something wrong. There's nothing you can do wrong in nature unless you're destroying it.
That's true. That's
There's
true.
nothing. Because once all this stuff, even if you think you're destroying it, cutting it down, that goes back as nutrients into the soil. It's recycled.
Yep.
See?
Because even though the trees
Yeah.
drop their limbs and their leaf and it goes
Yeah.
right back in the soil,
They
sometimes
kept,
the tree itself fall down
yes.
and right back into the soil.
You can't do nothing wrong. You cannot, unless you're just wasting food, but it come back as recycled material.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So me thinking this now, all this forest fire burning and stuff, they don't even know they're adding more nutrients to the soil by burning the trees and burning all the organic material. Because that charcoal, my grandmother tell me, I remember being up here and I called my grandmother. I said, what is the best thing I could do for planting in pots up here? And she said, go and go burn some rubbish and use that ash. And yesterday I went out there, I had ash from camping because I've been camping and I grabbed ash from out that pile of fire and I bring them bag and bag.
Right, right.
And I threw them all on the leaf and I threw them on the grass on top, I threw them underneath the grass and they love it.
Yes. Remember when the sulfur erupt on the ashes?
Oh my God.
That's why the soil is so fertile.
For that, CNN did a broadcast review over the most fertile soil in the Caribbean, and it was Jamaica. Then after it got switched over to St. Vincent because of the recent eruption of the volcano. And they
Mm,
were speaking, sorry for cutting you off there. They were speaking about the cannabis production quality, where we have the highest quality known in the world
oh wow.
because of that soil, and it just erupt again, so that's even more higher.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Sulfur. Something about that sulfur.
Yes, it do.
Yes,
I
man.
do. You see, I do add some. You see, I love gardening. Is
Yes, same
very
here too.
passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yes.
very passionate about my soil as well and what I put inside it.
Hmm.
But I do add ashes, but I always believe in balancing the soil.
Yes.
You see, because you can't put
Mm.
too much of what
One
stuff
thing.
inside the soil, because you got to be able to balance it that the soil
Yes.
could still be in control.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I remember we used to grow tomato by a mango tree. The
Mm-hmm.
root of them. This is why I tell people these trees put nutrition in the root. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
these roots, sometimes we believe they're sucking, but sometimes
Yes.
they feed in the soil.
The giving.
Yes.
Most
And
people. Sorry.
now, yes, I was saying planting the tomato right by the mango tree is the
Mm-hmm.
sweetest tomatoes I ever eat. You understand
Hey.
what I'm saying? Right,
Hey.
because that tomato was sucking from the mango tree.
Mango tree.
You understand? It's the sweetest tomato I ever taste.
Ever. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a
And
whole.
if
Go
you
ahead.
go out, if you go out into the theories, the botany will tell you weeds, like the weeds in your garden, they suck from your plant. In my mind, there's a reason they're growing there, because there's something to be done there, and they share instead of taking from one another. They share. Sometimes some of them might grow taller or be more productive, and if you're more productive, you receive more rewards.
You,
You
you
know what I'm
know
saying?
you know
So
what I do? You know what I do in my garden with weeds?
Mhm,
I don't pull up their roots.
mhm.
Like, you don't want them to take over your plant.
Right.
So what I do, allow them to grow.
Mhm.
They add nutrients in your soil.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So what I do, I allow them to grow. Then if I see they getting too tall, I pull off the head.
That's right.
I don't pull up the root,
They will
because the
stay.
root is what push nutrient in the soil. And what the root is pushing is feeding your plant as well. So
Yes.
when you pull out the head, all gonna happen, you're gonna just start regrowing. And
That's
that root
right.
is continue feeding the soil.
In that soil, exactly.
I don't pull them up. Plenty people pull them up. I
Mhm.
only cut off the head and
Yes,
allow them
that's
to
right.
plant in.
And you know what the science is just discovering about mycelium? Mycelium, mycelium is this new connective tissue of microorganism that redistributed energy, disseminate energy across lands. It could be miles and miles. And resources are, they should say nutrients, minerals, get transferred from miles through this mycelium network. It's like brain connective tissues, but
Mm,
it's all microorganism, and they transfer to whosoever needs the nutrients. That's why more plants in the ground is better. More diversity creates a better ecosystem. So one
right.
another can support one another whenever they need. When you don't have that diversity, then it's going to be a struggle, and they're going to have to depend more on external, like our input. So the more diverse it is, the less they need us, but we're going to always be there. The
That's
less diverse, then we're going to have to be there supporting them until we get diverse.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's
man.
You see, in my garden, right?
Hmm.
I start out with red clay. Red clay I was dealing with.
Yes.
Natural red clay. And
Wow.
I know how to also walk on the soil.
Hmm.
So, but I just refused to use the chemical.
That's right.
I just didn't want no chemical
No
in that
chemical in
soil.
our food.
And
None.
listen me, I've been using leaf, like the leaf them that falls. The
Yes.
tree, the body of the tree. Sometimes tree fall and start decaying, and I will
Hmm.
go inside and scrape out the inside and
Yes.
throw it in my soil.
Hmm.
And I've been doing that for some years. And no, you ain't seeing red clay anymore.
Just
The
covered.
soil has transformed from
Hmm.
red clay. And listen, me brother, anything I plant grows. Do
Hey.
you, do you
I-
understand?
I have to commend you on your soil because when you put your hand in that soil, you don't even put effort and it goes so deep.
Exactly.
And that is all that root needs right there.
Yeah.
All that mineral and that nice, soft, opening up soil there is
Yes.
gold.
I could
It's
use my hand and open my soil.
just like that. When I see that, I was like, what beautiful soil that.
Yes.
Boy, you work very hard on that soil right
Yes.
there.
Thank you for saying that because I'm
Yeah.
telling people that they don't believe. I
When I
work
see you
very
moving
hard.
that, I see all the work that put into that soil. And
Yeah.
you just moving that with your hand. You know,
Just your hand.
somebody try to do that in a clay environment and break them finger try to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so have good, rich, nutrient filled
Yes, man.
soil.
Yes. And
Yeah.
listen to me, that's why, you see, this is what I'm trying to tell people. We stray away from
Mhm,
nature and we
mhm.
run to artificial product,
Amen.
with nature giving it natural to us. We just got to find it, get it, and make use of it.
And make use of you see all that leaf and tree trunk stuff you say you do. If you look on my balcony right now, I have sack bags full of them.
But
Yeah,
that's
I can't even use all of them.
they go
But I
come in
prepared
useful.
I prepared for ahead.
Makes sense.
Yes,
They will come in very useful.
yeah, even anybody in my neighborhood, they need help, I will give them for free.
Right, right.
Yeah, because I prefer them not to go to the store and support the store that will try to sell you chemicals or sell you something that will bring your detrimental and I bring you to a weaker state. And I could help you with something that was natural and for free because I could get more.
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
man.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Man, I'm on YouTube for 7 years now,
I
trying to
see.
teach people how to grow food without chemical.
And you've been doing
And I even have a class that I teach as well
wow.
about growing food natural. No, listen, Mister. My
Hmm.
garden built up half of leaf, the weeds in the garden,
Hmm.
tree trunk, tree limbs. That's what my garden built of. Nothing else, man.
Yeah, man.
And I'm encouraging people to do the same because I was trying to build a garden for a long-term investment. Meaning,
Right.
I'm growing there for years, but the
Hmm.
soil is so rich. And sometimes you're growing food, and then sometimes you gotta rest the land because
That's
the
what
soil
they
starts to get weak.
say.
Yeah,
That is
because
correct.
of the way I build of the way I
Yes,
build
man.
the
I
soil.
see that. Yo, and that's what they teach in agriculture. Even the big agro companies, they are talking about, oh, and you rest the soil or you rotate. And soil and need no rest soil,
Yep,
make food root living forever.
yep. If you do it right,
Mhm.
you don't need rest.
Yeah.
If you do
And-
it right, you don't need
mhm.
rest. If you mess it up, then
Yes.
you need rest.
Then it need
If
rest.
you
All
keep,
them chemicals.
yes, if you keep adding organic matter to your
Mhm.
soil, all you're doing is transforming your soil richer, more nutrient.
Mhm.
Sir, if you see my earthworms, the earthworms, they're like
Yes.
snakes.
Snake under the soil.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
If you see
man.
my earthworm, they're long like this,
They're
man.
burrowing through that
Yeah,
soil, rich soil,
yeah.
and causing oxygen flow. And all
Exactly.
the nutrients they left behind, that root suck up all of that and give you
That's
good
it.
food.
That's it. And
Yeah,
that's why
man.
I'm
Right?
telling people earthworm is very important in your soil.
Yes, man. You
And,
see,
and
sorry
go,
again.
no, go ahead.
We had a conversation at work today about earthworms. The
Oh,
only
wow.
thing, the only thing I realized people are scared of them. Even we were talking about children, pick them up and play with them, but they're just scared of them because they're rare.
Mm.
But we tell them, they must love them because them are what make we food grow.
Of course.
Them are what give we food. They will make sure we food grow for we eat.
It's important.
You have to love them up. Whenever I see them on the ground when rain come, try not to mash them.
You don't want to damage them.
Yeah,
It's important.
very
Indoor
important.
soil. Yeah, if
Hey.
you say for real, they sure look like stick. Yes, by
Wow.
all of them, I did a shots. I did a shots with an artworm. You understand a video? And if you see the length of this thing, man, I'm
Yeah,
not
man. Powerful earthworms that.
yes, because artworm feed off of all organic matter.
And I see the video you did with the leaves. You have a lot of leaves on there, man, and they're feeding from that.
Yep.
Wow. Yo, you have a wonderful piece of land there, man. That land is thanking you so much. If Uganda land will miss you.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because
I can't wait for have piece of land for you see there's a private property over there and it's not being used, and I've been praying to the Lord and say, oh God, give me the authority to get permission to walk that piece of land properly over there because I might get lack of walking that land.
no, just ask some question, man.
Yeah.
You just never know, man. You might ask question and you understand because of your intention. You know, the universe might just open up that and the person just say yes.
All right. It's next to a highway, so you know what? They normally fence around the green area and they say no trespassing. I've been going in there to harvest wild herbs. Because I see the fence already break down and people going in there anyways. And I want to harvest herbs. I'm not trying to tell people to do illegal stuff like that, but why would you lock up somebody for finding food?
Yeah, they will. So be careful.
I'll try my best not to get locked up at all.
Be careful, brother. It ain't worth it. I'm telling you. I know, but man, you know how it is.
We stuck on a balcony in pots.
But at least the good thing about it, you're still doing something, and that means a lot. Many people have land and not doing anything with it. So do what you gotta do and just stay positive, man. One day.
Right.
Just walk, be positive. If you can put something aside, put it aside.
Yes, man.
One day, man.
Yeah, I was even thinking of volunteering myself to people who have land so I can show them and say, yeah, man.
That's a good idea too.
Yeah, I want to show them, like, because I know once I put my hand in that. So my first, when I just came to Canada, I said, if I touch this agriculture industry, it's going to be revolutionary. And I still have that feeling in me.
Right.
But all the jobs they have is about landscaping and cutting down trees and putting up trees for summer and stuff. I want to even be able to show them how to prepare the soil even in winter. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I will go out there and I'll show them how this leaf will work magic. You see, leaves is a miracle thing. Leaves.
I've been telling people this for years, man.
Yes, man.
Listen to me. You see, the thing with me, when I do a video, if I do a video about something, I already did it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Maybe 10 times. And see the proof and the result.
Right.
So when I do a video, I could talk with power, confidence in whatever I'm doing. You know what, man? Let me tell you.
Yes, man.
I've been telling people about planting deep for a long time, and I break it down in videos, the benefit. I went through the details of it because I've been doing it for a long time. I see all the results. I know the result. You know, I personally know how long it takes for leaf breakdown. I know how long it takes for pine shot to break down. Know them. I'm not guessing. No, the time it takes for that.
Experience.
That's what I'm saying. So I've been telling, you know, and well, 2 people really does mention it. and Fifi Johnny and another lady mentioned it, that another lady did a video. She from the US. She did a video too, and she said she thanked me as well.
Right.
Because what happened is, and she did it. She did it, so she got the proof that it works. And here how it works. Here how she do it. Like I always mention, don't just jump the way you do it, and do how I do it. Plant somehow you custom planting, and then plant some the way I explained to you, and see what works for you.
See the difference.
See the difference.
Hey, boy, Blue. Yes, man. I walk into it too.
All right. Hey, my journey to success. AK, how you doing? Thank you for being here.
Yeah, man. You're doing an amazing thing for this community here, and I am glad I am a part of it. And we're gonna grow together, and we're gonna grow food that will nourish our body, that we can put in more work and help others nourish themselves.
That's it. That's it.
Yes,
That's
man.
it. You know, so what I was saying, the lady, like she gets sick, and she couldn't water the plant. Her father gets sick, so she couldn't water the plant. The only plants that survive is the plants that she plant the way I tell her to plant.
Wow.
And she did a whole video, and thanking me and telling people. I mean, that was really cool.
Yes.
Because I've been doing this thing for a while, and I've learned so much from the older people.
Yes.
But I also take it to another level. What they teach me, I take it to another level. So, gardening, you should always expand. You should never just be the same level. You should always get better.
That's
in
right.
what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to get that piece of land. So I'm gonna encourage you, always put something aside.
That's right.
And walk towards that. Be positive. It's gonna happen. It will happen. Once the universe see you serious, and it's gonna open the door, man.
Yes.
It's gonna open the door.
All right, then I'm walking towards that. Thank you for the positive energy, and the power will add up and make it happen.
Of course, man. Of course.
Yes, I.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Everybody on the live here is a great community to be with and to share your time with, your precious time, learning and sharing knowledge.
That's all we do, man. You know, we'll be on the other channel on Thursday, and then we upload a lot of videos. You know, sometimes I upload 3 videos a week, sometimes 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On
Yes.
that channel, I have like 1,000 and something videos on the channel, and every one of them have information about gardening.
Enough education for free.
For free, exactly. For free. Exactly.
People can, you know what I tell myself now? I used to be sympathizing for people who grew up differently, but like you say, as long as you have the intent, the universe will send you to places where you can find these knowledge.
That's it.
So you know, nobody can ever say no, I can't grow this. I don't make for this. No, if you really want to find out, you will put in effort.
That's true.
Even if you grew up and you never put your hand in soil and you never see a plant in your life, one thing you can do, or one thing with God give all of us the gift to do is learn how to.
That's it.
Amen.
That's it. And gardening, everybody have that instinct inside them.
Inside of them.
It's there, but you know, it's just, you know, everybody have a level that they go in gardening. I personally, I don't accept failure in the garden. Failure is not an option for me, because you know, I put the work in my, you know, I come out and I speak. But when people don't understand, I spend like 8 hours in my garden sometimes. Straight 7 hours.
That's
You know what I
love, that's
mean? It's
dedication.
love. Yeah. So
Yes.
see my garden looking healthy and beautiful. Trust me, I put in the work.
Amen.
The work for real.
Sometimes I stay out whole day. My roommate will say, why you stay whole day on your balcony? And there's not a lot of plants, but I just love. I want to see them. I want to make sure they're okay. There's
Right.
times I was there and I get to stop certain things from happening just because I was there.
Yep, yep.
So I prevent certain things from occurring that would have been devastating. And I was so glad. I was glad I was there. And more coming into the summer, I'm gonna be spending more time in my garden. If not my garden, somebody else's garden or
Right,
volunteering garden.
right, right, right. I love
No,
plants, man. I just love. Let me see. It's well needed because I don't know what the store selling. Them fruits are at the store looking at us and wow. That's, that's why you gotta stick around us because we will teach you how to grow food.
yeah,
We will
man.
teach you how to build soil with
Hey,
leaves and
and you save
hogs
your
and this kind
seeds.
of stuff. And I like what you're doing, man. Saving them seed,
Yeah, man.
very important. And listen, me,
No,
I've been telling people about saving seed for a while now, and I
yeah,
do have. Oh wow, that's cool right there. That's what I'm talking about, man. You save.
yeah. Just mash up this cantaloupe
You,
and not a single seed getting thrown away.
you show them, man. That's food.
If it's going outside, it's going in the soil to be planted into a new tree.
I
Oh
agree with
boy.
that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I give away a lot of seed last year, man. I do get, from time to time, I do have seed giveaway. But
Awesome.
I want people to save seed.
Oh yes, that's very important.
Save the seed. Don't look for anybody to, if a seed you need that you
Mhm.
don't have, cool. But if you get in, like you have your cantaloupe, you scrape out your seed.
Every green.
You understand? You got your whatever watermelon, whatever you eating, your pepper, you scrape out them seed, man, and put them
Yeah.
to dry.
And put them for dry. Just put them on a tissue and let tissue do your rest overnight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, man, listen me. I just love the sub garden.
Yo,
I just love the way I was very disciplined with
mhm,
myself and have patience that are dealing with this red clay.
mhm.
I refuse to add any chemical in it. I just refuse. People
Mhm.
try to tell me, oh, why you don't add this? And say, no,
Nope.
not interested, man. I don't even want to hear about it. Because
Hey,
the destruction is real.
for real.
The dis-
Even where I live right now, the people I live with, they're telling me why am I doing it such hard ways when I could just use chemicals. I was like, that is my food, is what I put in my body. Would you drink that chemical? Do
right?
they do they say on the label that you can drink that chemical? So why are you going to give that to your food?
And I was talking to somebody today about that
Hmm.
because I was in my garden and I was, cutting off the head of the weeds then. And
Yes.
I'm saying it's harder for me
Hmm.
this way, but I rather do it this way. Because some
Amen.
people will go to spray backland spraying the weeds then to
Yes.
keep them down.
Hmm.
No, I'm not poisoning myself trying
No.
to keep down no weed. I rather go in to spend my 6, 7 hours
Hmm.
and get rid of them than be spraying.
And this spraying, mashing up the soil.
I'm killing your soil at the same. People don't understand what this thing do to your soil.
Mm-hmm.
They have no clue.
Hmm.
It's best you build this thing natural and it's gonna last you
You know what?
in the long run.
That is it. You see what you just said there? They have to start thinking long term.
Long
Because
term.
when I want this food for it now, you'll be tempted to use the chemical and then you're not gonna think of the long run.
Yep.
if you think long term wise, you're gonna say, nah, I'm gonna have to build this from scratch. Leaves, all it takes is 1 year with leaf under your ground now. You go for fall and you bag up a hole. You don't even have to go and do it yourself. People give them away and then go buy back
Give you that,
fertilizer.
yes, yes.
Yeah, people give them away at Home Depot bags in front of their yard, and then go buy fertilizer next year when it comes to. I'm
Yep.
like, you're giving away your own
The
resources.
thing is backward, man.
Yeah,
Play that way and then go buy. When
and
you
then go buy.
need that, and
I may go down there, me hunt my own grass. Me go down there, me scrape up grass from off the ground, bag them up and bring them back home. Sack bag, 2 sack bag from my shoulder, come up. Yeah, man. You know, my water boots.
you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
give up
man.
my plant. I give up when my plants die. I put too much chemical in my plant. Came home from work, was dead. I was so hard, but I'ma try again with no chemical. Definitely. Well, you learn your lesson. You learn your lesson right there. See,
Yeah,
learn your lesson right there. That's
like what?
why we
Mhm.
promote no chemical.
Like what plant I've been teaching for years is you put that leaf under the ground and then you put your soil and then your microbes start to feed on that. The activity alone going on in there, giving your roots life, giving your roots something that no chemical cannot give
Nope.
the roots because they are alive in there and they're giving it room to spread. When my grandmother used to say, walk up the soil. Sometimes you have so much worm walking up in there, you don't have to go in there and do that again.
That's true. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Because them earthworms and them create earth air flow because
Mhm.
we know our plant breathes. Even
That's
a
right.
root need air. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So them worm create even forget air flow towards it.
Pathogens.
You know what I'm saying? So these chemical destroy them.
That's right. They kill the worms, they kill everything living in the soil. Then when you look, pure dust blowing off your garden, just dusty sand.
Sun, yep,
It's like you're in the Sahara.
yep,
There's no
that's
life, no reason to be alive in that soil. That's death.
man, listen me. I've been dealing with soil for so long, and
Mhm.
I take soil so serious that I can watch your soil and know whether it's have nutrition inside of it
Mhm.
or not. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? I can
Yes.
come watch it, feel it.
Feel it out.
Oh,
Oh.
what if your soil have
Mhm.
enough nutrition inside of it?
That's
Because
right.
your soil supposed to be balanced. It
Mhm.
have in order for your plants to grow a certain way, right? The way you want it to grow. The
Yes.
soil got to be balanced. You see what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
add in, say for instance, you add in cow manure or rabbit to your soil. You got to
Mhm.
remember, it's your soil. This is your dot. The
Mhm.
dot is we have all the nutrition and everything. That's how we plant one. The plant one
Yeah.
the dot.
Yeah.
No, whatever you add to that have to be able to balance, not overpower. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
could never overpower the soil.
Oh, it's true.
And
You know,
this is where people got to understand. That's whatever you show cannot overpower
the soil.
that dot. The dot got to be in control.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is why you whatever you put, you mix with
You
the
mix
dot.
with
Mix,
soil. Yes.
you mix.
And you know, because you're speaking of this, sorry for cutting you off. I went down to the trees and grab a whole bunch of the trees. The tree gut is like soil too, you know.
Yeah,
It's like a powder, and I used that alone to grow. But you know what happened? It didn't create any stability for the roots to stay stable, and it retained too much moisture, rotted the roots, and that's how I learned that you must never go without the soil.
definitely. You see what I'm talking?
Yeah.
Well, it's so good for talk to you because you know what I'm saying?
Never
You
go
bring
without the
what I'm
soil.
saying to life. Because
Yes.
I always talk about this too. for the people who
Mhm.
cannot have the access to the leaf and whatever, and got to go to the store and buy their compost, whatever they do. Some people just go and buy it and just plant inside of it. But I always say, you're supposed to mix that with dirt.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be mixed with dirt, not just plant it in that compost that you buy. The
That's
dirt
right.
is important. That's what dirt for.
Dirt
Dirt
is
is to plant,
initial. Yeah.
definitely.
How would you mix the fluctuation of soil and whatsoever organic material you're going to add? What percentage would soil always remain? Like a 60, a 60-40? How would you say?
Okay, well, I
Mhm.
will put it as a 30-70.
A 30-70? Amazing.
I
You,
will
you never, you can't go wrong with that.
yes, the dirt
Soil
have
70.
to be in control.
Mm-hmm.
Have to be
Have to
done.
be fully in
Remember,
control.
you got to remember the dot. Remember, your plant could grow now without
Mhm.
these things you're adding.
That's
It will
right.
grow right in the that dot.
The dot
What
alone.
what we add to the dot is to help.
It's a boost.
It's like a boost. It's not to control.
Mm.
It's just a boost, not to control and overpower the dot. No,
Right.
if you using cow manure,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
If you use too much,
Mm-hmm.
any manual, if you use too much, you're gonna start getting the taste.
Mm-hmm.
When is the taste gonna come through the plant because
Yes.
it's too much. You see
Yes.
what I'm saying? You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna start getting the taste of that coming through the plant.
To the plants.
It only supposed to give it that boost. This is
Yeah.
why I did video when to come put fertilizer, but not fertilizer, not that I'm talking about. Your
Not
man,
the chemical. Not chemical.
your manure you get from out your compost pile.
Fresh. Yes.
Yes,
Freshly, organically,
yes,
homemade.
yes. You add it a certain time.
That's right. I have several bags out there on the balcony brewing from all of my food scraps. I don't throw them away. I don't give them away. I compose them for my worms in
That's
sack
it.
bags.
Especially once the organic, you're good to go.
That's right, man.
Once the organic, you're good to go. I don't promote anything than natural.
Synthetic. Nothing synthetic, man. It's destructive.
Very
And organic is productive.
definitely. And
Yeah, man.
your soil could never
Mhm.
go wrong with organic.
Yeah, because
Organic matter.
that's the way it's meant to be. That's the way it's before, and that's the way it's always going to be the best choice.
Yes. It
Yeah,
will
so
it will
I'm,
never go
I'm,
wrong.
I'm glad they're thinking of trying to make things better, but we can't go better than the best. That's what technology is. Technology, there's no satisfaction point. You make the best phone in the
Technology,
world, and then there's another better one coming.
that's it. Technology and a lot of things study.
Mhm.
Like for instance, you might get sick. You go to the hospital.
Yeah.
The only thing they could do is like for instance, you have a situation, the only thing could happen is like a bandage.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they put a bandage and help stop the bleed. But once you unwrap it, the bleed start again. You
Start
see what I'm
again.
saying? So the
Yes.
problem is still there. The
Not
problem
fixing.
ain't gone away. It's just a
Mm,
bandage go over it.
I see
Once you
now.
unwrap the bandage, it start bleeding again. So
Mm,
it's not a permanent fix.
fix. It's a treatment,
Yes, it's a temporary
a
that
temporary
and
treatment.
always it's the situation
Yeah.
is still there. It ain't gone away. It's
Mhm.
still there.
You know what I used to say in modern medicine, they use treatment, so they treat the problem like a pet, so they keep it on a leash,
That's
and
another way. That's
and
another way.
and they just tease it and feed it and prolong.
That's another
It's
way.
so long for the payment. The more you visit, the more you pay.
This thing is a game, man. That's why.
Capitalizing off people's health. But herbs, you fling some herb tea into that and that will get licked out properly if you do it right.
That's it. That's it.
Like herb will eliminate that completely.
Definitely, definitely.
So yeah, organic is always the best.
Yeah, sorry, sorry. I know what happened there. Yes, yes, man. So, and herbs.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people, you don't need to add nothing to your herbs.
Nothing
Just
to
look,
your
no, your herb should go natural. If you add
natural.
anything wrong it should be organic matter,
Mhm.
something natural.
That's right.
Because herb is something that you could be drinking herb, but it's not really helping you. And
Mm-hmm.
why? Because the way you grow it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
Because of the
right.
way you grow it, it might be doing nothing for you. Because
Nothing.
of the way you grow it. That's why you grow them natural that they can get, they can just graft everything. They grow
Everything.
at the right time, the right stage, so the plant itself was
Mhm.
able to mature at the right time instead of you forcing it to mature before. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like you
Mhm.
force ripe a mango. When you
Force
eat
like
the
mango.
mango, right? When
Yeah,
you eat the
it tastes
mango
like.
and properly ripe, you see how it tastes?
Oh my God! Now you're speaking of mango. Oh,
All right, all
you know what
right,
them floxy. You know what them floxy force right.
exactly,
You know you want.
exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they prop, you load them for ripe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But when you force ripe them,
That's
then
why
they
it's still
never taste
happening.
the same. They're still young. So
Lots of
Canada
wisdom.
macho.
Mm-hmm.
The herbs should be macho.
That's right.
That's the truth. They're supposed to grow natural and mature at
Mhm.
their right time and their right stage. And that's where you get the full benefit from them.
That's
Okay?
right.
If you're buying store things now, plant them until they get growing
Yes,
yourself.
sir.
Okay. If you buying store thing, no, plant them until you get growing yourself. Okay, all right, I hear that. Okay,
Yeah. So
put the
no,
stuff in the ground. Okay, got you.
some of the herbs I always want to keep on me is the seasoning, the culinary, where I could pick them freshly,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
like rosemary, thyme, oregano,
Yeah.
basil, fennel, and dill. I love those seasonings so much. But you know, is one of the challenge I find with the peony seeds. They're very hard to stay. They hard to stay alive in the winter. Even in my experiment I've been doing in there, they've been coming up and they last a while, and then a drastic shift in the climate. Let's see, like a hard piece of snow come down, and the place get a little frigid. They'll just dip on that.
Mm.
Yeah, they will just dip on that because they're fragile like that. Look, I even have fenugreek shoots here.
Okay, okay.
Man, roots, everything for go inside and get plant.
Yeah, I got some of that growing right now. They have right now they have the pods with the seeds.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm allowing them to dry right now.
That's right.
Growing right now.
I also have mung beans. So I've been getting into the seed sprouting regime.
Mm.
And by learning that, I will be 100% successful in every seed I want to sprout. Every seed
Mm.
have
Okay.
this particular requirement. And what I've noticed is that once you put it in water, then you have a dark place, they'll seek for that light till thy kingdom come.
Okay.
They come out and they will look at sprouts. I have mung beans, fenugreek, and almond in this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I master by just wanting to know how to sprout them successfully. So now my garden will never be empty.
That's
When I
it.
pull out
That's it.
something going in.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, when
I-
might say I grow. Okay, might grow herbs inside over winter. I think it might do hydroponic.
okay, okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So look, another thing too. Speaking of hydroponics, I
Mm.
know that they have to use some sort of liquid nutrients.
Right, right.
This here I made myself.
Okay, that's
Look,
what I'm talking about. Okay.
you know what I call this? I call this the magic juice.
Oh, Shams.
This juice here will make any plant grow inside your house with just light.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Any plant. I'm going to show you them in there right now. But this was all the juice from food, all my food waste in sack bag.
Mhm.
Pour water in there and let the flies lay their eggs. And when the eggs come out as larvae, it's gonna smell a little bit, but when they start eating up that food and letting go their waste, you scoop that up and you have some juice. You dilute this. You dilute it well, and
Mhm.
you give that to your plant, and they will lift up in the air like the happiest plants ever.
Man, you have a serious product there, man. That's a product you have
Yes,
there, man.
magic juice, and
That's good.
I have about 3 buckets of them. I have
Man,
3 buckets. So when winter come, I stack.
oh, wow.
Yeah, man,
Man,
and
listen.
it can last forever. I have these for years, and they still do the same thing.
Wow. Well, you know what?
Magic juice.
You have a product there, man.
Yeah,
You
man,
put on that product and get your land you're looking for.
that's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Magic juice.
All
So
right.
this is
Wow.
indoor growing winter. Your plants will stay alive,
Okay.
and because oh my God,
That's your
love the
product
plants,
there, man.
love
That's your
this.
product. Okay.
Yes, man.
You can grow soil over winter if you got light. Okay.
Yeah,
Can grow. Basically, my saying you could grow in soil over winter.
over winter.
Basically,
Yes,
you have
good,
light inside. Yes.
good light. Yes, I had to invest into some lamps from Amazon,
Mhm.
regular lamps, and they work well. I thought it was the maximum watts was 40 watts,
Mm.
and I bought the bulb with the same requirements and the same capacity,
Right,
and
right.
they grew peppers growing in there right now. Peppers growing in my bedroom right now.
Yeah, I use them over the winter because you know you want that early start. So
Yeah.
I use a couple of them. That
Hmm.
you know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
usually have a big window where I just have everything and open up the window and just have them there. But I
Yeah.
do have a grow light because you need that early start.
That's right.
You need that early start.
Where I live here too, I am limited with light. So what I've been learning in my mind, I will take this as an opportunity to learn something new, and I've been reflecting light with foil paper. So
Okay.
the limited amount of light I have, I use that light to bounce in different corner and give my plants them that energy, that photon to start that
Okay.
photosynthesis, man. So
Okay.
yeah, like all these little things I'm getting to learn here now. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Well, you
Not
know
because
what?
it's a limitation. It's an opportunity to learn something new.
I like that. I like your drive. I like your spirit because at least you don't have the space outside, but it
Oh,
ain't stopping you.
hey.
It ain't stopping you. I like your drive, man. Yeah, and your drive. You see, this is the thing. The drive we give. supposed
Mhm.
to make other people wanna, you understand? Because
Be
there's
inspired.
people, yes, there's people who feel if they don't have a land outside, they can't grow nothing.
Yeah.
You understand? So your message could help make these people understand. No, damn, I
Yeah.
could put stuff inside. So you see,
Right inside. Yeah.
yes, yes, the message is
Yeah, man.
inspiring.
Yes. All you need is a container. We can hold water, and you harvest some leaves, dry leaves off the floor for free. You throw it down in the bottom of the container, you throw some soil on top of that, and then you throw more leaves, then you put your other containers then because this one doesn't have hole, and the ones with hole, then you rest that in there. And that will save the water so you don't have to keep wetting them all the time.
Right, right.
Well, drink up that water. When you feel that water is dried out, then you add water. And a worm will feed you all of that. Then you have a worm garden and you also have your food garden growing at the same
True,
time.
true, true, true. That's true.
So that's what I've been experimenting with and it's been successful. One of the mistakes I've been making is overwatering them sometimes. And it may also kill your worms if you overwater them, but you're gonna
Right.
catch on as you go. You're gonna see, all right, I can only give them two days out of the week water. And you're gonna get to balance it out based on your environment and your requirements.
That's it. That's it. You
Yes,
you
man.
see, the more you do it, is the more you're gonna learn and understand. You see, I personally, when I'm doing something, I do it. I put my all into it. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying? Because I'm not. I want to see if I make a mistake that I can correct it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So you put everything you got inside of it, and
Yes,
by doing that, that make you learn so much. You know what I
so
mean?
much.
Because you open up yourself to learning. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just
Hmm.
go in and and they whatever. But you go
Yeah,
in there with yourself, open up to learning. There's so much to learn, man.
that's right. I'm glad about this juice because now I know exactly how to make it. You just need a one of them container and food scraps in a bag and let the flies come in and let the worms do their thing. All you have to do is add water and you come back, you have this juice. This juice will grow anything inside.
Well, like I
Anything.
now tell you, brother, the
Yeah.
product you have, do what you gotta do,
Yes.
get it together,
All
and
right.
that product could give you a piece of land.
Amen. Amen.
You got me? That's
Yes.
what I'm telling you here today.
I take in the wisdom. I take in the wisdom there.
Yes. Maybe that's your plane ticket
Ah,
to your land then.
okay, all right. I see it. I see it full on now.
Yeah,
Vivid.
yeah.
Right then. If it's that alone I have to start with, I'm making it work. Yeah.
That's it. Sometimes you start with where you got until
Mhm.
you get where you understand, till you
Yeah,
could move on to other things.
I
You
feel
know
it,
what I mean?
man.
But right now, I'm telling you right now,
Mhm.
and the good thing about it, you already see it works. You
Yes.
know it works. You
Hmm.
understand? So that become your product now
That's
that
right.
could give you a plane ticket to get the piece of land you're looking for.
Amen.
Take my silly advice, okay?
Oh, I
You like
definitely
you,
take
you don't like how the
it.
old people say that?
It's true, my grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I definitely taking it because me, I don't think capitalizing is always the best way. But like you said, the world we
Sometimes.
live in today.
So how else? You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you, sometimes you come and you share.
Hmm.
You share the information, right? Then
Yeah,
next thing you do, you see somebody with the product.
yeah, man. That's
Making
my
millions.
intent. I want everybody. I want everybody to know it's free.
I
It is free
understand.
from nature. Yeah,
I understand. It's free for you. But
yeah, because
somebody else gonna take.
I could survive, because all I need is just a land to work.
All
That's the
right.
land.
And how you gonna get the land? You gotta
Is
make
that
the money. to buy the land. So okay,
From some private
you know
own.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So sometimes it's not that you don't want to give and you don't want to share.
Mhm.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do because you know what you're trying to get to.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So if you come up with a product that you know works, you
Yeah.
know how to make it, you know it actually works,
Yeah.
then maybe you should, you know, what I mean, try something because
I definitely going to try it out. I'm
someone
gonna give
will take it and
I'm gonna give away samples first, and then I know they're going to be hooked. I know they're gonna be hooked on this because they're gonna see the results.
all right. Well, who in this live tonight get an idea of what it is? You know, because you share some of the information. But to the
Yeah.
people out there in the world,
Hmm.
once you know it works, man,
Yeah, man. I
everybody's
feel,
selling products. Everybody. I
yeah.
know your heart. I know your
Mhm.
heart. You just is something like me. I
Yeah.
just want to share the information and see everybody successful and everybody growing. But
Hmm.
it's a product you're talking about.
Right.
And if you know it works and is indoor and people could actually use it and ain't got to use chemical, why not?
Better. Ah, okay,
You
okay.
know
I
what
see
I'm
now. You
saying?
give me an idea. I started up something with this I have here. 3 bucket full. Okay, I running with it far as I could.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man, I running with it.
Who knows? Just make, well, Mike say everyone can grow. I agree with that.
Hmm.
Everyone can grow something. And Mike say, I'm always learning. That's the thing.
Amen. You're a blessing, Mike. You're a blessing, man.
You always open to learn. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
this is the thing about gardening, you can't shut your mind.
you
It's
cannot.
you got to open up. You know, I learn something in the garden every day, and I've
Hmm.
been doing it for so long. But every day, I
You
go in
learn
the garden,
something
I
new.
learn something new. You know why? Because I go there to learn something.
Hey, you go with an open mind.
With that, definitely with an open mind, and when you go with an open mind, things gonna come.
Things gonna come.
But when you close up and believe you know everything,
Hmm.
you're not gonna learn nothing.
Yes, it's gonna be hard for you to see the bigger picture.
That's it. That's it.
So true, man.
Yeah, man. But man, I like what you're doing. You're utilizing your space, even though you
Hmm.
don't have as much outside. You're still growing.
That's right.
You still nothing should stop you from
Nothing
doing
at all.
anything.
Since I came to Canada, I never go without a winter garden. I
Okay.
always had a winter garden. And you know what? I just love even as a recreational activity, I love growing plants.
Okay. Me too. I just can't. You know what I mean? I just can't. I just love the idea of dealing from the seed.
Bringing things to life from a
Yes.
seed.
Yes.
When you see that thing grow,
and and some of my plants I love to plant them pretty young. Sometimes
hmm
I feel more connected to them, like
hmm
babies. Sometimes I
hmm
just plant babies,
right.
and it made me put more into them because them need that extra care. And by
hmm
doing that, you find yourself such a connection to these plants. It's like it's a part of you. You catch yourself inside your house. You
Yeah,
in the damn plant.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I grab my plant outside off the balcony for some sun. I went back and I saw somebody was trying to take it from the fence. Man,
Wow.
that feeling that went through me is like somebody come to thief my child from me. So I know I had to repot it in a better pot, and now
Mm,
it's growing on my balcony, but with limited light. Now I'm gonna begin more of the reflection experiment I've been talking about with the file paper, because
mm,
the wind blow it around and tear up the file paper. but I have more file paper. I'm gonna put plastic over cardboard,
Mhm.
put the file paper over the cardboard, and clip them down.
Okay,
Put,
okay.
put them on both sides, and they'll reflect light from within there. Boom, boom, boom.
Man, you doing your thing, man. You doing your thing. You doing your
Man,
thing. That's cool. You doing your thing.
yes, I.
You doing your thing. Let me see.
Yeah, man. Nobody should ever be discouraged for growing seeds. Seeds. One thing I learned: once they're in darkness, they will seek out that light. Once they have moisture, the moisture will soften the shell and
That's
then let
cool.
them out.
You know where I just do that? I
Uh-huh.
do some of them in like file paper, not file paper, a
It's
tissue
you.
paper, like a
Mm-hmm.
white tissue paper,
Mm-hmm.
damp it, cover it, and put it in a dark place. And yes, they germinate pretty fast.
That's right.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, I think some of them, because soursop seed, soursop.
Okay.
The soursop have this kind of hard shell.
Yeah, excuse me.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Mm-hmm.
why do I wet it off, soak it overnight, and I
Mm-hmm.
put it in the tissue, put it in a dark area, and
Uh-huh.
it germinate. So I'm growing soursop right now.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm growing mango too. Even I know I
mango.
wouldn't be able to harvest them. But at
Just
least the leaf,
the
the leaf
leaves are herbs.
benefit, exactly.
That's right. I
Exactly.
also have a soursop out there and an avocado.
Yeah, I have avocado too. Yes, I have
Yeah.
like 3 avocado right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah,
cheaper
man.
than the foil. Okay, right. What is cheaper than the foil, Mike?
Tissue paper.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Like that. Okay.
Yeah, these simple methods. I'm glad they actually teach us in school how to germinate seeds. Because I think for any child on this earth, that's going to be the most valuable knowledge they have compared to math, English when it comes to survival.
You know that's the thing.
Hmm.
The thing is, why don't everyone? This should be something that everyone learn
Hmm.
growing up, because it's a form of survival, feeding your family.
Hmm.
I'm saying this is a way of providing for your family. So
Hmm.
everybody should have this skill. Know how to
That's right.
germinate seed, know how to grow your own food. This will
Mhm.
automatically.
It should have, it's not, it's not, it shouldn't be forced on them, but it should be mandatory to the point where like it's like a vaccine.
Okay.
You know what
But
I mean? Because it's your survival.
as let me tell you, as
Hmm.
if you born,
Hmm.
if you born
Hmm.
without anybody tell you anything, like when you grow up as a baby, without
Hmm.
anybody tell you anything. If you notice, the baby know when he need to use the bathroom. The baby know when he need for when he hungry.
Hmm.
You understand? So if you grow up, you understand, you know, man, I'm hungry. I gotta find out. You see what I'm coming from? I
That's
gotta
right.
figure out how I'm gonna eat and what you see what I'm saying. So if we did grow up in that way, everybody wanna know. I gotta
Hmm.
I gotta grow my own food.
I've got to grow my
You
own
see what
food.
I'm saying? But that's not how in times gone by, that's how it used to be. Because
I
that's how
recognize,
we eat.
I recognize certain of the Asian culture. They have a pride in teaching their children how to choke seed in the soil. And no matter how old them be, once them know, them could understand, them have a pride in showing them how to choke seed in the soil. And I was like, if that was the way of life in every different country, nobody would have ever starved. Poverty is not real. It's a mentality. When fruits are dropped off a tree and you have seeds, you cannot say you are hungry.
That's it. That's it.
You have seeds there that basically for free people will show them where their garbage bin. They will grow out there in the wild. And
Yeah,
you cannot come tell somebody you're hungry because of poverty. Uh-uh. You're hungry because you don't want nothing to eat. So, that's the mentality I have. And when I go home, I'm going to make everybody know how valuable their life is. Started from a seed in your father going to your mother. This was a race that you won. This was a race that you didn't even prepare for, but you won. And now you're here. It's time for us to celebrate that win. And
like
now
so.
all the different variety of food, they come in a form of seed. And if you really want to enjoy the abundance that God created here for us, all you need is a bit of effort and interest to put one of these under your feet and let the rest do the rest.
Got you, got you, got you.
That's
Yeah,
why saving seeds from all over the world. Anywhere I go and I see exotic fruit, I buy and I don't care how much money. I want that seed.
got you, got you.
Hmm.
Seed is important, and people try and always. I don't know if people try with seed. I mean, they might eat an apple and they
Mhm.
spit the seed on the ground. You see what I'm saying?
The
I mean,
worst part is, sorry for cutting you off here, but
go ahead, go ahead.
they're encouraging seedless fruit grafting, like grapes and all these other stuff coming seedless. They have to do something in order to make these plants grow without seed. And
Mhm.
that is infertility. That goes into our DNA and alter with our DNA structure as well. And that's the thing. I know there might be a lot of fruits that have a lot of seeds, but to make things so convenient, we get rid of the seeds to just enjoy the fruit, but not thinking about the future of the enjoyment itself.
Yes, 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 yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I want to enjoy this for as long as I can. So as well, I will want the seed in there. I would go through the time picking out each and every single one
that's
so I
true.
know I can get it again
That
without
exactly, exactly,
without the lab.
exactly.
you know?
It's like a repeat. You get the
Yes.
seed and you put them back in the soil. They
And you
jump
get
in and they
abundant.
start again.
All you need is one seed, and one seed will give you infinity amount of seeds.
Yep, yep,
Once you
exactly.
take good care of that.
You never know which plant will succeed for you for all over the world. That's
That's
it.
right.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
It. Yes, man.
Yes. So, you know,
I
I,
take my food serious, man.
yeah.
I try
Oh
to
my
eat.
God. Everybody knows by now.
Yeah,
My my health depends on what I consume. And my life that I've been taking care of, I sacrificed a lot. And now I am responsible for my health because it seems like there are other people out there who want to tell me how I should live and what I should use in
right,
order to take
right,
care of my health when
right,
I don't agree with that.
right, right. You supposed to know, man.
Yeah,
You
you know
supposed
your body better than any other practitioner and how they can tell you.
That's it.
You, you live
The,
in the temple.
the thing about it too, man, I don't know, but I think people got to be more conscious, right? Of
Hmm.
the way they do stuff. Because if I'm eating something and it making me feel a certain way, I'm not
Hey,
eating that again.
even
You know
if
what I'm saying?
even
Anything
if
you eat supposed to make you feel good. It's gotta be supposed to
exactly,
make you feel good. If it ain't make you feeling good, I'm not eating that again.
I'm not putting that in there again.
You know,
Especially if you eat multiple things and you don't know, and then you try it again, and then you start to pay attention and say, okay, it was this one.
yeah,
You won't,
exactly.
you shouldn't want to go and eat it again. But temptation of food is so powerful.
It is. It is.
The most powerful temptation on earth is food because we need it.
It is.
And
It is.
they're working hard in these labs. great drilling and microscopic implementation because they use magnesium for magnesium blockers for seeds not to grow fruits. And that thing does something in our body as well with our
I'm,
fertility.
I believe that too. I believe
And
that too. Because
we
what
work
if
it
you put something in there and we eating it is going down inside of us.
like the chemicals in the fertilizers, just like the glyphosate in the roundups, everywhere they're going. And that's what they're promoting. Their standard is you meet the requirements and then we will sell your foods on the market. And that's how people get sick and end up in hospital and wondering why. Why am I getting sick and eating at the same time? I don't know. Because you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. Your body is bawling out inside. Your body is telling you, like, when you feel that, when you feel inflammation, very vital information is inflammation. When you feel mucus coagulating your throat and it's hard to breathe, it's because of something you consume or it's responding
Yeah,
to
exactly.
its environment. That you should pay attention to.
Yes.
Me, I've been over inflamed coming here, been drinking milk, eating meat. Boy, I stopped with all of that. Now I could breathe.
Right, right.
I could breathe freely and I live my best life. I'm not telling anybody that meat is very bad, but because of my response, I pinpoint what was giving me those inflamed response. And
Right.
there's this one person I want you to look up. Once you watch this video from this guy, you will understand. Well, I will say full understand how inflammation actually works in your body and not against you. It works for your body because your body create it. And
Mm,
that things that are not supposed to be in there, it takes it out. It's like a transportation service that tell people, or that tell other stuff that not supposed to belong in here. This is your right to come out. And sometimes your body overcreates it, and then inflammation in the joint is called arthritis. Inflammation in the lungs is called bronchitis, and so
mhm,
on and so forth.
mhm.
So this guy, master herbalist, Yaki. I want to send a link, but that's the most powerful thing I've learned last year and this year, and now I have full control of my health. 100% control. And I already believe you, Planta, you already on the path, but this will lock in that
Yes, yes.
confirmation.
Okay,
Will
okay,
lock it in. And
okay.
all of the different usage of the herbs, you'll be able to full understand them to a point where if you see somebody down the road sick and they ask you for help, then and you have the herbs, you will be able to heal them because that's
Right,
what we specialize in. As a biochemist, Master Yaki have healed countless people and they have been given their testimonies. Most of them are celebrities.
mm,
And this guy finally pinpoint that and distinguish what we've been taught was only to capitalize on our health.
mm.
So what we know, we're going to know this is a disease and we should fear it. But while your body is trying to teach you this, that I am in here working tirelessly to keep us alive. Everything that is coming out of you is good. Things that you don't see, that is not coming out, is bad.
Right, 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 right.
So this master Yaki, I would like to leave a link in one of these live and let everybody have access to this because this is power, knowledge applied. This is real power because I've been applying them more than what they've taught me in school, and I see results, powerful results,
Okay, okay.
man. And it's mostly for the car, mostly for our melanin carrying people because every ethnicity have different requirements. So he speaks on yeah, the ethnicity of melanin carriers, and we are, they call the guard particle. We carry the guard particle, which is melanin closest to the sun. We feed from the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why when I learned when I learned this powerful knowledge and actually apply it, I felt it. All of the things they were teaching you about immune, you cannot pinpoint your immune system in your body. It's a combination of all the system, but there's something called the lymphatic system. And there's a special herb that I've just went out there and I harvest. Oh my God, I'm excited. Look at the bunch of these herbs I harvest out in the wild. When I found them, I said, "Thank you, Jesus." This is called the cleavers, and it stick to your clothes because it's called the cleavers because it cleaves to you. And I went out there and I got this big bunch. I waited for it to see because I knew exactly where it was.
Mm.
That was in the no trespassing zone. I apologize, but I needed these herbs and I found them over there. And I've been experimenting with them, and they will make you go to the bathroom and release everything inside there that was clogging you up and causing problems that not supposed to be causing problems, you know?
Mm.
Powerful herbs. So,
All right, that's good. That's good. You see,
right.
and this is basically, I like this. I like this because I on my other channel,
Mhm.
I do a herb garden challenge.
Yes.
Because the reason why I do the herb garden challenge was so everybody could grow us 5 different herbs.
Mhm.
I do it in the form that we all could learn because I'm
Mhm.
trying for spread something that we all could be educating ourselves about different type of herbs. And and
And
I even have price too.
you see, that's why I know you're a blessing, man. You're
Yeah,
a blessing. You initiated the interest in them learning just to grow it, and now they're gonna go branch off into the medicinal properties, culinary properties,
exactly,
you know.
exactly. I just
And
listen to me, man. I just listen to me. I try. You know what I
mhm,
mean? I
you are
try.
actually doing it, man. Because
Well, you're right. I'm doing it. You're right.
I seen people telling you about their herbs that they grow, and now it's gonna expand their knowledge to learn more.
Right,
Wow,
right,
wow.
right.
I've been out here giving away herbs for free too. Like people, somebody came to me today telling me the herbs I give them did actually work for them, and they explained to me how it worked and how they did it, and they're
Mm,
asking for more. And me personally, I don't want to say that I supply people with herbs, but
right.
I let them choose for themselves if they want to find it. This is what they look for. But if you don't want to go and find it, I also can provide you.
Got you. Got you. Got you.
So I am not a medical practitioner and I don't give out information that would tell people to actually go and actually use this, but I show them what they can use and how to find it and how to prepare it.
I agree because you gotta be careful to with people. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
many herbs. I can like I introduce a lot of herbs
Hmm.
in my life. I introduce a lot of herbs, but what I do, I basically tell them go do your research on this herb. Like I introduce it and I say go do your research because I'm not a doctor.
Hmm.
Because I don't want to come back to me. Oh, you tell me to use this herb.
Oh, you have to protect.
You gotta be careful.
You have to be protective, man.
Yes, but
And
I
I
know a
understand.
lot of hope. So I'm just telling you, you know what
Yes,
I mean? Because people could really come and, oh yeah, you tell me to use this hope. You the one
exactly.
give me this hope. So
Hey,
I
hey,
this is why I'm doing a hope garden, do the hope garden challenge that
challenge instead.
educate our own self about
Yeah.
different hopes.
Well,
And
you know
I'm
what?
going to do it next year again too.
You know what? Like you said, this is how I use my herbs.
Yeah.
You see, now I have a cup. I have a master cup where I do special blends, and I
Okay.
also have a tester cup where I test a
Okay.
minute amount of new herbs that I harvest, but I have to make sure that they're dried first.
Right, right,
Because the Rastafari teach me say green herbs can hurt
right.
some
So
sometimes, but you make sure they're dried, and you start small and you gradually increase until you feel the results.
I agree. I agree. This is why I always say too.
Hmm.
Herbs goes by dose. Dosage.
Yes.
This is what the older people and the remedy people understand. The
Hmm.
dosage and how much you
Right.
should take. You know,
Mhm.
so you can't just go around just drinking herbs like you crazy. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? You have to make sure the dosage, and it's best to take less. It's
It's
best
best
to
to
take
take less.
less.
Amen.
Then
It's
you could
best.
add a little. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And don't, because like the old people always say, too
Take
much
little and live long.
take little and live long, and too much of one thing is good for nothing.
It's good
So
for
this is
nothing.
why a
Amen.
lot of people get overdosed because them
Stuff
oh,
like that.
you know, so you gotta be very careful with herbs as well.
Amen. I'm
So
going to take 5 seconds and come back, eh?
all right, brother, all right, all right. Yes, 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 yes. I like this. I like this. Man, able to talk about the herbs. But like I'm saying, guys, we ain't no doctor here. We're not any doctor. We just here having a conversation about different herbs. So if you hear we mention any herbs, please, before using any of them, please confront your doctor because we ain't no doctor. We just sharing information about things we use.
This is
We ain't know how
personal.
it gonna work for you, you know?
Yeah, this is just a conversation we
Yes,
having.
yes, yes, yes.
All
So if
right.
you want to use them, please speak to your doctor before
Mm-hmm.
you proceed. All
That's
right?
right.
We're just having a conversation about different herbs, you know?
Yes. And you see, this whole, even that master, that guy I just introduced you to, Master Yaki, he has to explain stuff like these because it's mandatorily required unless they're going to be condemned. And we don't want none of this to happen to anybody in this community. So that's why we mention this. And
Yeah,
we're protecting us. We're
that's
protecting
it.
us here.
We got to
We
protect
will be
ourselves as
protected.
well because the disclaimer is we ain't no doctor. If you hear we mention anything, please speak
If you
to
see that cup look like a healing cup.
yes. Oh man. Oh man.
Yes, Fifi is all about the healing. But I constantly drink herbs. I can't remember when last I ever feel sick or anything.
That's what I'm saying, man. This is I make laps around my at morning. I make laps around the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like make man feel good. You know what I'm saying? No bones hurting, no knee, no back pain. Feel
Joint.
you understand? And this is what I'm trying to encourage. This is what my channel is about.
That's
My
right.
channel is about encourage, motivate people in a positive light. No
Mm-hmm.
discourage. I don't like deal with negativity. I try to focus on the positive. And
Positive
if you
only.
see, if you watch the videos, you know met me, but at the same time, you have an idea of what I'm
Amen.
about.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody, good conversation. Oh yeah, Mike say, oh, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that.
Yes, boy, Blue. Good conversation
Yeah, boy,
indeed.
boy, you said yes, boy, good, right, boy, you good conversation. Everybody saying good conversation. So
Of
this
course.
is wonderful.
Yeah,
Shout out
man.
to boy Blue. Appreciate you here, man.
Yes, I.
Yes, yes.
I'm definitely gonna invite my family to be a part of this community because I think I've been trying to inspire them and show them how easy it is to grow. I've been even giving them gifts as plants so that it will encourage them at least.
All right, boy Blue. Take care, man. Appreciate you. All right. Thank you. All right.
Have a
Good
good
night.
night, boy Blue.
All right. Go ahead.
Yes. So I want my family to be a part of this community because it help them understand how important the sustaining of the life, the sustenance of life itself is food. And just to acquire the knowledge of how to keep them alive and make them thrive and help them to be productive is what I want them to grasp.
All right, life from scratch. Good night. Good night.
Have a good night, life from scratch.
All right. All right, boy Blue. Good night, man. Take care. All right. Well, hello.
Yes, you can hear me.
Yes. I appreciate.
Mhm.
And it made me know that I'm doing something good.
Yes, sir.
That you bring somebody over last night.
Yes.
I appreciate that. It made me feel like, yes, Planta, you're doing something good. If you wasn't doing something good, ain't nobody gonna bring nobody over to you. But
Mhm.
tell her she always welcome. And
Right.
this channel as well, she always welcome, and we always positive.
Mhm.
Anytime you come in this live or the other channel, I guarantee you wanna learn something.
That's right. I see you as family right now because you have that mindful thinking of preserving life, living longer. That
Yeah.
is why I will follow that religiously. I want to live long and live happy longer.
Yeah.
Hey, I will follow that. I will follow that religiously.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm about, man. Eating healthy, live off the land,
Hmm.
watch what I eat, watch what I put in my stomach,
Exercising.
exercising.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Keep your bone fit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You take your time, you move your hand. You know what? You
Mhm.
remember you remember, I don't know if you remember if this you ever used to do this, but the first thing I remember doing in the morning is walk outside and stretch.
Stretch.
That
Yes.
was the it's like
And
it was just something automatically you had
automatic.
what to do.
Indeed.
You walk outside and you stretch.
That's
All
right.
in the morning you stretch yourself.
Automatically.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like your body telling you,
Hmm.
your mind, your body, your soul, everything telling you.
Telling you that.
Make sure you do your stretch, man.
Even if you never think about it, it will just happen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
This is
that's
for
how your
real.
body will always be on your side.
Exactly. Okay,
I want you to
if you
listen to
say
it.
that too, if you say yes, was a mouse and a yard.
And I yarn with that too.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, yeah, that is it right there.
crazy. For real.
Yeah, man.
That was the norm. Nobody tell you, no. That's
Hmm.
how you know what, man? That's you know why I believe that used to happen? Because
Hmm.
we were so connected to Mother Nature now, that in
Yeah.
that time. You don't know we more connect to technology and all these things. No, you're not even doing it.
Yeah, you might just wake up and check your phone first rather than stretch. Yeah. Yeah, if phone I first thing you want to see when you get up. Boy, if you get up and you not see that phone there now, a heart attack might come. You want to my phone there, boy. You ever feel your pocket and not feel your phone and feel how you feel?
Hell yeah.
Boy, me say me
Yeah.
now want to feel like that
No,
again.
I'm telling you, man, for real.
Yeah.
This is for real, Jen. You see what technology done to us, Jen?
Yeah,
Take away
man.
from yourself and what you know.
Them
Right. So,
technology.
you ain't name technology. Tech.
Yeah. Technology.
Tech you away from yourself.
Yeah, man. A big studies going on. Them just study everybody and their behavior and keep that data
Data.
locked away.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
This is, let me tell you, and we got to understand this for real. This is no joke. With your phone you have in your hand, it's like you give up yourself.
Amen.
No more. It ain't no more.
No more hiding.
Camera on every street. When you leave, you might leave your home and you could be trailed. Not trail somebody driving behind you. Your location every morning, you get up and go somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And by you come off at a track, and you know what somebody tell me that years ago now. They say one day it's gonna become that anywhere you go, you will be tracked. You understand? So wherever you at, in where location, they know you, they know. Say for instance, you getting up every morning and you driving, go 50 miles somewhere. Every morning.
For work, yeah.
Right. One morning you get up and you make a different turn. That might hit an alarm.
Hey.
If you're going on there, when the guy, he usually go this way.
Where the hell he guy this way?
You see?
Don't update the documents them now. A new road your farm.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
This is where we at though. So technology really take us away from ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. They say the data that they extract from us is quite expensive. Because now when they know what you need, they can provide it.
Yes, because this is why sometimes you could be having a conversation. And then when you go in your phone, the same product you know was talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And information is money.
Amen.
Money. This is why all these apps take your data. What do you think they do with the data?
Yeah, they put it in the equation that they already know the answer for. We live in society that was constructed and is orchestrated as an equation that they already know the answer for. You see? So we're just living, if we go out in the wild, nobody knows what's going to happen out there.
That's it.
Society was constructed and built in this way that there's a red light, there's a green light, and there's a yellow light. So they know when you have to stop and they know when you have to go.
And free game from the thing we share. That's true. That's definitely true. That's why I don't, I just do what I'm doing here. I come on YouTube and I.
But yeah, don't be distracted. Like Planter, I always said, all this stuff that might seem like it's out of we're far away from like what we normally used to go through. It's just distraction because they want you to stop doing what you've been doing and think about what they want us to think about. But we will never stop chucking seed in that soil.
Man, I gotta eat, man.
I must eat, and I will.
Yes, but time is really changing, man. Time change is nothing like before. We in a place now. Okay, Fifi say, yes, stretching was a must. Yarn too, yes. Crazy. No, it's watch phone at the roll. Right.
Yeah.
No, it's watch phone and roll over. Ain't no stretching no more. You see, you see, take you away from yourself. You see what's going on? Take you away from what you know. This will be happening. Right. Now, look where we are now. We become so dependable now.
So amen.
This thing, it's like you can't function
without it.
Without it.
Only feel your pocket and you know feel the phone. They want to see how your heart nearly jump out your chest and your eye open. When we get a feeling there once, me say me not ever feel like that again. Me not keep my phone last Me can get a next one, but me
Right.
not
That's
really want to last it
the
still.
thing. I understand. But
Mhm.
is the way it could get you?
Yeah, it make me
Like
feel like
feeling and
me,
then I
me,
know
me
it
laugh.
did. You
Yeah,
know
me
what I
laugh
mean?
me life.
Yes, yes, yes. Time has really changed.
Hmm.
But we want to just stay positive,
That's
try to
right.
motivate people in a positive light, however we can.
Amen.
That's all we can do, man. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Try
And
we
that's why I like
want
this
to be
community. I see this community growing and everybody in there growing with it because all of the things we speak about, all the things we speak about is definitely value. True value too. I call this true value with or without society. This information that we're providing here will help you anytime.
that's it.
When before, now and after,
That's it.
forever.
Okay, seeing wife in. Okay, okay. Yeah, man, that this is what I try to, what I mean, every life I do.
Mhm.
Every life I do. I try to make it an informational life.
Mhm.
Every video I do, I try to make it an informational video that somebody, if they watch the video, they could learn something. If you
That's right.
watch the live, you could learn something.
That's
I
right.
really don't joke around that much.
Hmm.
Time is too short.
For real.
You know what I mean? For me, really be playing out. Don't get me wrong, I joke around. You know what I
Because it's
mean?
not
But I
for
spend
everything.
more time being
Informative.
informative than joking around. Time is too short, and people actually, these days, people
Mhm.
actually hungry for information
Yes.
because ain't many people grow up like how we grew up, our older people grew up.
That's right.
Because some people grew up where all they know was the supermarket.
Hmm.
That's all. Where you get the food, the supermarket. That's all they know.
Supermarket. Yeah. Hey,
You
you
know what
ask
I mean?
the gardens, they will tell you the supermarket because they don't know.
That's all they know. So my
Genuinely don't.
so with this information, it could help you.
Hmm.
The people who really want to learn. I'm not really worrying about the people who are not interested and don't want to learn. I know
See,
there's people who want to learn. So that's the people I'm trying to reach because I know not everybody want to hear what I have to say.
see, you reach the most serious people because I know I am a very serious and very intentionally interested person in gardening. And
Right.
I ran into your page because I've been going through pages after pages, and I've been seeing them teaching certain things that I already know. I want to learn things that I don't know. And your page opened me to some new things. When I saw your soil, boy, I almost cry.
Wow.
I was crying, say, boy, I could have been walking up land like this, and I saw you using the methods. Oh my God, man, you're doing an amazing job with your land, eh? Your land is producing for you, your family, and everybody else coming after.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, man. That land
Thank
is
you.
going to be fertile for years and years, decades.
Yep.
Cause you choke your hand that deep and I move soil, so and soil
Yeah.
again move so.
Yeah.
Listen, boy, anybody ever try that in there and a break finger?
That's it, man.
Yeah, man.
That's it. I could use my hand and his daughter dealing with.
Yeah,
I
boy,
could
that
do
rich.
big thing with my hands.
That
I
is
mean,
royalty. You live in the boy. You live in royalty. That with you royalty be.
but it do take me a lot of work to get it that way.
Hard work. Hard work indeed. Me see the work you put in, boy. That
Yeah,
you have to jog lots of resources, put them in the soil, wait till it break down, and then keep adding
definitely,
and keep adding.
definitely. There's areas in that area where I bring like whole tree trunk.
Mm-hmm.
And just bring them and rest them
Yeah.
in, dig a hole like a
Uh-huh.
trench, rest them inside there, and
Yeah.
just cover it back and leave that right there, and that break down right inside.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
really did
man.
my thing with, and the leaf. The leaf is amazing
Every year they come down.
every year.
Yeah, man. And see, nature always teach us. Nature show us. And we just, we just follow.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
Mike. Good night, Mike. All right. Thank
Yes,
you
I,
for
man.
being here with us all this time. Yes,
Yeah,
man.
man.
So
Powerful, powerful information here.
yes, man. It's always and this is how you know my life go down. Or when we come together, this is how we do it, man. We just have constructive conversation and good to have you too, because
Yeah, man.
now you
Yeah.
understand
Yeah.
to what we're doing. So it's a blessing that you meet my. You see, this is why I'm gonna still do what I'm doing. You know why?
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
look how you meet my channel
Mm-hmm.
and just see what I'm doing, and it draw you over to me. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yes, man.
So I know I'm doing something good.
You're doing something amazing, man. This is God's work. God is working through you, man. Even though we're not preaching and stuff like that, we are keeping lives fed, keeping
I
lives maintained.
That's
So
true.
this is
That's
definitely God's work, man, because people who don't have the knowledge and need it will have it now. If them serious enough for start for it and find this.
yes. If
And
this
then
serious
all
enough.
information is up there. Every video is a demonstration through
Exactly.
information as well, which is even
Exactly.
better. That's even better than books.
No going and
You
say
can
that.
watch it. You can
No
watch
going
it
and say
being
that.
done. You could watch it being done and see the result after.
Ex- That's
Like
man, listen
in
to me.
in
Listen to me.
like real tech. Oh nah.
People don't understand what I have created for them. I just hope it
Yeah,
can
man.
reach the people who really wanna and really need it.
Hmm.
Because I've created
Yeah, man.
over 1,000 videos.
Amen. And that's why I think you've been doing the job already, and you should always celebrate. Like every day you get up, you are living your best life because you're the one reaping the benefit of those videos you're putting out as well. You're
That's
the one
true.
reaping the
That's
benefit in
true.
it. Everybody else who see it, they're seeing how to start reaping their benefits. You're already reaping your benefit.
That is true. That is so true. That is so true.
Yeah,
That is so
man. So you know what I'm saying? God bless you with a beautiful land and a beautiful home and the knowledge and the wisdom with your drive combined. Oh, you will never ever say you could starve or even starve. You will never. Beautiful
that's
land, rich soil. Man, you strong like Hulk.
true.
Where them food there come out of the ground, me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
me have some head for Tumblr this year too. You know, last
Hey.
year I make one harvest
Mhm.
last year, and I harvest 75 pounds of edibles, man. 75 pounds,
What?
one harvest. 75
One
pounds.
harvest alone.
Yep.
Wow.
75 pounds of
That's a
edibles I
lot.
come out in one harvest. Yeah.
So
And I
you, you,
have
pro-
way
you probably
more
have to
than that this year.
you probably have to give away some of that.
Oh, yes, I give away. Man, I give away a lot of food. I give away
Yeah.
so much damn food, man, every year.
You see?
Sometimes I let the neighbor send the
That's
kids
it.
and just harvest and give them by the bowls.
By the bowl load. You see, a God's work, man. God is feeding his people
That's true,
by
man.
the work of your hands in his temple.
That's true, man.
Yeah, man. So
It's a
yeah, you
blessing.
see, every day you get up, you get to live like a person who was living in the royal family get to eat all these food where you don't have to go and find from somebody else because they're
Yeah,
right inside of your land. Hmm?
that's true. That's true.
Boy,
That's so
that's a royal living life there. We if something happened to the grid and say the transportation service on, we have to find somehow to feed ourselves. And I know I
that's
am
true.
secure because of my wisdom I've accumulated, but you are even in the hands of care right in that soil with your
That's true.
seeds. Look,
And you know,
yeah, man, every day.
I do save my seeds too. You know,
Yeah, man.
I have like a 5 gallon bucket full of seed right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, 5 gallon, and I give away seed. I give away so much damn seed last year. You know
Yeah,
what I
man, you're
mean?
doing a powerful thing. Like even I know I have mango trees back home, but even my mango seeds I save like I don't even know a mango be. Yeah.
I have two tree growing, but it's just for the leaf. Because I could save the leaf and make tea. So I have
Make
two
mango
of
leaf
them
tea.
growing. Yeah. And even the avocado too.
Yeah,
I use the young avocado
yeah,
leaf and I make tea with that
yeah,
too. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
ain't
man.
buying tea, man. I ain't buying
Yeah,
no tea.
we don't buy nothing once we know where we could grow them and where power we could find them.
That's it. That's
We
it.
that money for do something else. That money for pay bills. Things we
Exactly,
can't
man.
do on our own.
Exactly. You know, I harvest these peppermint. This
Yeah,
is
man.
peppermint. All this is peppermint I harvest today.
Watch peppermint boy.
Yeah, man.
A whole
Yeah.
bowl full.
Oh, man, listen me. You know, monk that whole. Listen me, man.
A bowl
I
full on a
listen
pile
me.
over.
That's what me I tell people. You know, this is how I'm drying as well here.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm telling people to grow, I'm growing myself. You know what I'm saying? You see,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
thing about me, I'm
You're
not out
already
here
ahead.
preaching. I'm not out here preaching, oh, grow this, grow that. And I'm not doing it. I'm actually doing
Hmm.
what I'm telling you to do. Because the
Amen.
reason why I could tell you, because of the benefit that I get from doing it. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So
right.
I'm telling you, you should do it too, because I don't have to buy tea. I'm
At
storing right
all.
now. So all through the winter. I
Hmm.
have my I have my tea.
That's
I
right.
grow them. I know what's in them. I know you see what I'm saying? That's what
Yes.
I'm trying to encourage the people to get in, to get back to the
Yes.
land.
Don't be
Walk the
afraid to get back to the land. Don't be afraid to get dirt on your skin. My grandmother always used to tell me, don't kill, and it will never
only
kill.
do you know they used to say only if it Japan you. Yeah,
Only if
that's
you
it,
jump on you.
like if it
I
Japan you.
I opposite.
Yeah, right. But from your hand, walking in the
Hmm.
garden, it surely ain't gonna do anything to you.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? So,
I.
man, it's always a pleasure having you up, man. Thank you
Always a
again
pleasure
for
being
coming
here.
tonight. I appreciate, and we're gonna continue this because I like the positive light. You know what I
That's
mean? I
right.
love positive things, and I like what you're
Mhm.
doing. You're into your
Yeah.
home, you're saving your seed, even though you don't have the land, it not stopping you. And
At
that's the drive
all.
I want, because that's I'm trying to build something that could people could watch and
Hmm.
motivate them.
Yes.
I'm saying, so that's a good way of motivating someone. Don't
That's
have the
right.
space, but it ain't stopping you from growing something.
Yes. And when there are going to be new people that come and they're gonna say, well, I live in an apartment with balcony, and then they're gonna see my story or somebody else's and say,
That's it.
yes, man. Yeah, man, even a balcony can grow plants. Not
That's
because I see
it.
them outside, get pots and put them in there and you will see miracle.
That's it. So
Yeah, man. When you see that life.
yes, you come in here, bring a more. wider of what I'm trying to create. I'm more
Expand,
wider
yeah. Yes,
because
sir.
now you could be talking about in your indoors garden.
Yes,
I'm
indoors and
outside,
balcony.
right? I'm outside. You could talk because you doing that. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
and
saying?
you
So
outside digging deep in the soil,
exactly,
bare
exactly,
hand. You need
exactly.
some need no, you need some need no tools for that. Why?
Not
Yeah,
at
that
all.
soil
I could
nice,
use my
man.
damn hand and dig that damn
What?
thing. Yes,
Boy, you see that soil, let me see what a soil, cause boy, and to see it, that soil goes so deep and so fertile, going so deep,
God, yes,
that's years of preparation.
definitely.
And every
Definitely.
year it just keep getting better.
Every year it's get better. Every year.
Wow, man. When I see that, I was astonished. I didn't know there would have been somebody out there putting in that much work to make that soil so fertile.
You
Now I meet
know
you.
what? I'm glad you say that because I don't
Mm-hmm.
want people to believe it's simple.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of work
It's
I did
challenging.
to get that soil like that with discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could have used chemical and
And
mess up.
reverse. And
But
reverse itself.
you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
my thing is showing people a message,
Yes.
be informed at what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
You could stay on your path without allowing distraction.
That's
Because
right.
many people will come with distraction. Many people come to me with distraction. Oh, why you
Yeah.
don't use this? Oh, why you don't use that? And I say, nah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not putting that in my soil. So people do come with distraction. So
That's
if you
right.
focus, you could catch yourself coming
Using
away
them.
from what you know and what you stand for and start doing what somebody introducing you to.
Even yeah, they can say even just try it out. No, you want to learn something, you try it out. No, and then you know in your heart that not going to work out. That's chemical.
Yes.
That's
So
chemical. We don't know. It's like you're telling me which one you prefer. Good results or bad results. Me nah guys
right.
do bad result at all.
That's why we got to stay firm and believe, can't be shaky, you can't be everywhere.
Can't
You
be
got to be
everywhere.
firm and believe in what you know is right.
That's right.
But
We teach you.
people will convince you
Hmm.
other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, man.
We are organic creatures and we have to live the organic way. Everybody born organically.
Yep. And I
Yeah,
ain't
man.
trying to give that up. And many people try to use a fertilizer, but what if there's no fertilizer? Remember,
Yeah.
one time they were saying fertilizer shortage. What
Gone.
if
And it
there's
make
no
it make
fertilizer?
people
What we
fear.
gonna do?
Yeah, it make people fear now. So they create this fear and then people can start to panic and then when the fertilizer come back, them start buy down whole 10 bag and 20 bag.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
And
Well,
sometimes I just you have to treat your soil properly. Chuck to dry grass and even grass with him. Put them for
yeah,
dry and put them back in the ground. Anything will come out the ground can go back in the ground.
back inside there. And
Yeah,
it's not that hard. It's just,
challenging
and this
sometimes.
is what I always tell people to.
Hmm.
Gardening is 11 a gardening you want to go into. You know what I'm saying? Because some people just satisfy with the basic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some people satisfy going a little under the surface, and some people just want to go all the way.
All the way deep, deep as possible.
You know what I'm saying? So it's what you're looking for out of it.
Hmm.
I personally looking for the best out of it, and I
And
will do my.
I
Go
want
ahead.
to ask you. I want to ask you one question though. When you harvest all of these food in a bountiful amounts, the storage capacity you have, how do you work with that?
Well, peppers
Hmm.
and this stuff. I have
Yeah.
my drawers, them I make pepper sauce. I make
Hmm.
hot pepper sauce. I make sweet
Okay,
pepper sauce.
okay.
I freeze some of them as
Hmm.
well. I also grow a lot of food that don't really need a refrigerator. In
Squash and
case,
thing.
yes, in case you ain't got no light. In case
Long
there's no
term.
electricity, you still could store your food. And this is what I was preaching this year. Plant
Long term
stuff
sustenance.
that don't need refrigerator. This is
Ah,
really important. You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's what I'm doing. So if there's no electricity, I ain't stressing. I have food.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I'll grab some wood and go in my backyard and cook.
And that another thing, yo, busting a pot
Yeah,
outside.
yeah, yeah,
Yo,
brother. You know what I mean?
oh, we do that every weekend.
Hell yeah. You know, I did a video. I did a video where I go and pick the wood, cut it
Mm-hmm.
up, catch the fire, put the fire in the pot with water, go in
Yes,
the garden, look for callaloo,
freshly picked.
leaf, okra, tomato,
What?
come back, wash them, cut them up, throw them in the pot. You know,
Yeah,
it's all about motivating and showing people
it's
how to
possible.
it's possible.
Yes,
Don't
man.
believe
And
it's impossible.
hey, hey, that bring back so much memories when we cooking on the block. But most of our ingredients we bought.
Right, right.
But no, you're showing us, hey, even where you cook, you don't even have to buy things or pay for things to cook on and
Nope,
cook with.
nope. Survival, man, survival. So that's what I try to. That's the narrative I try to push. How to survive,
Yeah, man.
how to feed your family.
When the time comes.
You know what I mean? When the time come exactly. How to feed that, 'cause that's important. How
Yeah.
to live. If you ain't got no gas in your house.
What would you do? And
Exactly.
and people are gonna start thinking, oh yes, if there's no gas, what? And then you start to show them demonstrations,
That's it.
which is the most highest the highest of any knowledge, the farthest knowledge can go to is the demonstration of the knowledge is
Exactly.
the wisdom,
Be-
and they seeing it being done.
exactly.
Wow.
Because this is what I was saying the other night. You could read a million books.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean you could do the actual work.
Work, the
You see what I'm saying?
practical.
The practical work. But if a person show you how to do it, it's easier to catch on. Because
Amen.
you see how they're doing it, so you watching them, so it's easier to catch on than reading. Reading now, you still gotta go out in the field, go try this thing.
Try that, but
You know
and
what I
the
mean?
thing is, sometimes you might have to discard what you read and adapt, because sometimes they're trying to lock your knowledge into sticking to this when you try it and you see now work, but you say,
Right,
but now we
right.
read.
And that's the thing.
Mhm.
That's the thing.
1 + 1 or 2. That
Exactly.
will must be. But no, what you experience is the truth.
That's it.
And that's what you bring to people while demonstrating these things on videos.
Man, I don't know if they really see what I'm doing, man.
They are
I'm
seeing
glad
it,
you
man.
see it. You don't meet me. You
Yeah,
know me my channel and you see what I'm doing.
they're, they're seeing, man. They're seeing, but is sometimes they learn this thing and they believe in this thing that they learn so much. It comes confusion when it doesn't happen the way it's supposed to happen. So they can't
Right,
move.
right.
They can't move forward. And I taught my dad, I say, you see, when things change, you adapt. Because if you can't change with it, you're gonna stuck in a cycle of confusion.
True, true.
You just be like, but 1 + 1 is 2. But they come and they say, we change the equation now. 1 + 1 is something else out of
Right,
the
right.
universe. You have to go with the changes.
That's true. That's true.
And I learned that from COVID-19.
Mm.
That year, I say, I am the master of adaptation. Whatsoever change, I change with it for
Yes,
the benefit of human life.
you got to make adjustment. Yeah,
Yes.
in everything you got to make adjustment.
So I like when you say when I ask you how would you find food outside? And you say, I don't even know, but I know I will.
Yeah.
Because it's according to what changes the environment bring.
Yep, yep,
Then you
yep.
look around. At least you know you have the drive to try. You know, just
That's
that's all
it.
you need. You need the willpower. The willpower is the I will find
That's
a
it.
way.
I will.
That's all people need sometimes.
That's it.
Yeah, man. So that's powerful. That's powerful energy you're sharing for free on this platform, and this platform should be paying you to do this.
All right, right. Okay. All right.
This platform should be, this is like
Yesterday.
education at the same time life skill.
Um, man, thank you. You know what? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I
So
really
that
appreciate what you're saying because 1,000 and something videos
that's a lot.
with information, and every Thursday,
Hmm.
sit down for over a
Wow.
year. Every Thursday, sit down and share information.
Open discussion. That's right.
I'm very dedicated to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
all for the people. It's
It's
all for the
all
people.
for the people.
Because if it wasn't for the people, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm
That's
telling
right.
you, I would not be doing it. But
That's
as
right.
always, man, I
Hmm.
appreciate you. Thank you
Yeah.
for coming up again, man. We're gonna keep in touch. We will keep in touch, all right?
Always.
And
Your family, no man. Monsieur's family.
all right, all right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, family, we family for real.
That's
So
right.
we're gonna all well, we are ready. Friday here, Thursday the other side. So
Yes.
we're gonna link up, all right?
Of course. Definitely.
All right. So thank you again, man. I appreciate you coming up, sharing this information, this knowledge. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Stay focused
Hmm.
and just be positive, man. And you hit the right place. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Don't get
right.
distracted because a lot of it is out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe so.
no, no, for real. A lot of it is because sometimes you're trying to go positive and people coming in all angle, trying
Hmm.
to get you, just trying to get you off your track.
That's right.
In all different angle, but you just always got to remember,
Yeah.
listen, I have my goal and my intention.
That's right, man.
Allowing you to take me from my journey.
On my
So
journey, my
let me
path.
let me let me just say this.
Yeah.
Why would I allow a person? There's 365 days in a week, in a year,
In a year.
right? Why would I allow a person, right? Out
Yeah.
of 365 days, 3 days is theirs, right?
Yeah.
When I say 3 days is theirs, I mean 3 days.
Right.
I'm not gonna let you come into my life for 3 days
Uh-huh.
and frig up the rest of the 362 days. You see what I'm saying? You see
Yeah, boy, I tell.
you see where
We
I'm
don't
coming
we
from?
don't allow them things there.
No, we don't allow that. You
Matter
know?
of fact, we don't even recognize that when it try.
That's it.
We that invisible to we.
That's
A waste of energy that if a positivity, we accept it, man.
no, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
Yeah, man.
Positivity, now you're talking. But
Yeah,
I'm not gonna allow you
yeah.
your 3 days.
Your vibes
My 362 days. You know
and 65 days. Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah, boy, you're really telling me some deep wisdom because recently, I've been seeing so much people trying to get me off track. And I've been falling in sometimes, but I never come off track because since I was a kid, I had this dream of having different herbs in my garden. Even as a musician, I wanted to use that revenue or that income to go out and harvest herbs I never had and bring them in my presence and have them there with me. So it's already vivid and it's solid enough that even if somebody tell me something and I hear them, I'm still going to I'm still going to come back all the way to this because this from since I small, my grandmother who live in 100, past 100 years old, and
Right,
then she died, and then I say I want to live past 100 too, so I have to do something now,
true,
and that's
true.
why I went into the herbs, and I want to find more herbs that will benefit me on a personal level, and that's my mission. That's
Got
my long-term goal.
you,
And
got
you will never run out of herbs to look for. You will always be occupied. That's what I
oh
start
yes, oh
doing.
yes, oh yes. You could never find all of them at the
Amen.
same time. It's always new one you're gonna
So
be running into.
that's my story behind the herbs and me utilizing and being intimate with these herbs.
Got you, got you, got you.
Yeah, man.
I like the jive, man. Stay positive, man. You know
Always.
what I
Same to
mean?
you as well, eh?
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yes.
Thanks again, man. Blessing, man.
All the
All right.
love and peace.
Peace and love and blessing, man. All right.
Yes, please.
Take care.
One love.
All right. One love. All right, guys. Come to the end again tonight. Thanks again, as always. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, boy, Blue, Fifi, live from scratch, Mike, GT. I mean, everybody, man. Thank you guys for coming in tonight. The My journey to success. If I miss anyone, guys, sorry, but we had a great night tonight. Thank you, James, for coming up here, man, and share the information, show the encourage people that if they have, even they don't have a backyard, they could grow something in their balcony, even in their apartment. So as always, again, guys, thank you. Appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, we'll be back here Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, on the other channel, we will be over there as well on every Thursday. We over there every Thursday. So we appreciate you guys. Blessing, Mike. All right. I fell asleep. Ah, I understand. I understand. Yeah, I mean, we went for what? Damn, 3 hours. This is, we usually go for like an hour and a half. Tonight we went for 3 hours, which is good because the conversation was good. We learned a lot. So, as always, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, guys. As always, be positive, be motivated. No, that was 4 hours. My God. Wow. Wow. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. It was a good night. All right, guys. Thank you again. Appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Peace and love. All right. Thank you, guys.